whole country. The case first began with the investigation of Kolkata police after several escalating protests. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee gave Kolkata police a 7-day deadline, after which the case was transferred to the CBI. The case was later handed over to the CBI by the Calcutta High Court, and the CBI during the entire phase of the investigation filed one charge sheet in which it identified Sanjay Roy as the sole prime accused in the rape and murder case. The trial began 57 days ago, and the verdict today marks a critical moment in the case that has profoundly impacted the medical community and the nation at whole. So again, that's the latest that's coming in. 2:30 is when the verdict is going to be announced. NewsX has exclusively spoken to Union Minister and West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar on Arjikar rape case. He has stated that everyone is hopeful that the country will do justice in the case and will give a correct verdict. He added that Kolkata police did so much mismanagement in the case, so now they are hopeful that justice will prevail in the case and the accused will be punished. Listen in.
कलकत्ता कोर्ट में आज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हियरिंग होने वाली है आरजीकर मामले को लेके। 55 दिन का जो इंतजार था वो सामने आएगा, और हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए एमओएस और सांसद सुकांत मजूमदार जी है। सर, क्या लग रहा है, क्या निष्कर्ष आएगा, क्या होने वाला है?
देखिए, क्या निष्कर्ष आएगा ये तो मुझे लगता है प्रेडिक्शन करना सही नहीं होगा। कोर्ट जो बोलेगा वही होगा। अब कोर्ट के सामने सारी चीज़ें आई हैं और सब पहलुओं को कोर्ट को बारीकी से देखना चाहिए। एक तो संजय जो मेन एक्यूज्ड है, जो पकड़ा गया है, और उसने बहुत बार जब उनको समय मिला मीडिया के सामने आने के लिए, तो उस समय वो बार बार बोला कि मुझे फंसाया जा रहा है, मुझे पुलिस चुप रहने के लिए बोल रही है। उन्होंने नाम लेकर राजीव कुमार, उस समय के जो डीजी थे, उस समय उनके राजीव कुमार के पहले जो डीजी रहे हैं उनके खिलाफ उन्होंने बयान दिया कि राजीव कुमार मुझे फंसाने की कोशिश कर रही है। ऐसे चीज़ों को भी मुझे लगता है कोर्ट को संज्ञान में लेकर इनकी भी इंक्वायरी की व्यवस्था करनी चाहिए, इनके भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए। और हम चाहते हैं कि सख्त से सख्त सजा हो और जो पीड़िता है उसको न्याय मिले। लेकिन ये जो 5 दिन कलकत्ता पुलिस के पास ये जो इंक्वायरी थी, ये जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन था, उस 5 दिनों में बहुत सारे चीज़ें हुई है जो हमें ऐसा लगता है, क्योंकि बाकी उसके बाद सीबीआई के हाथ पूरा केस गया था। सीबीआई के हाथ जो तथ्य और प्रमाण आए हैं और जो एविडेंसेस आए हैं, बहुत सारे एविडेंसेस मुझे लगता है कि पहले ही मिटाया गया है। नहीं तो एज ए कॉमन मैन के हिसाब से, और बाकी लोगों को भी लगता है, परिवार को भी लगता है, इसमें बहुत सारे लोग इन्वॉल्व थे, अकेला एक आदमी का काम नहीं है। लेकिन वो एविडेंसेस नहीं मिला। कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसी एविडेंस के ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेट करती है। तो 5 दिनों में कलकत्ता पुलिस ने जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया उसमें उन्होंने क्या किया, और जिस तरीके से क्राइम सीन वाले इलाके के ऊपर जैसे आपने दिखाया, सारे मीडिया ने दिखाया, उसको रौदा गया, बहुत सारे लोग उसमें पैदल चले, घूमते रहे, जैसे लग रहा है कि पार्क में घूम रहे हैं। तो इसके कारण बहुत सारे एविडेंसेस वहाँ से ये हुए हैं, मतलब वहाँ से गायब हुए हैं।
और एक आखिरी सवाल मेरा ये रहेगा, सीबीआई ने कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का भी मांग किया है जब उन्होंने चार्जशीट फाइल किया। सांसद के तौर पे आपका क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है कोर्ट से? देखिए,
ऐसी घिनौने का अपराधों में सबसे मतलब बड़ा जो सजा है वही मिलना चाहिए।
ठीक, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। तो ये थे सुकांत मजूमदार, जिन्होंने इंडिया न्यूज़ और NewsX से एक्सक्लूसिवली बात किया कि क्या राय या क्या निष्कर्ष निकलने वाला है। कैमरा पर्सन अवधेश के साथ मैं ब्रायन थॉमस, इंडिया न्यूज़ NewsX।
All right, more breaking news coming in at this point of time, where accused Sanjay Roy's family has spoken before the verdict. Sanjay Roy's family member stated that she never thought that he could have done something like this. She's added that they didn't have any connection for some time. Listen in.
नहीं, छोटा में ऐसा कुछ नहीं था। छोटा में बाकी सब बच्चे जैसा होता है वैसा ही था, नॉर्मल जैसे होता है छोटा बच्चा। बड़ा होके भी कुछ ऐसा देखे ही नहीं कभी।
आपको क्या लगता है कि जो कुछ है वो अगर अभियुक्त भी है या आरोपी भी है तो वो अकेला है, या उसे सिर्फ एक बलि का बकरा बनाया जा रहा है?
देखिए, ये तो मुझे नहीं पता कि क्या सच है क्या झूठ है। वो टीवी में जो न्यूज़ सुन रहे थे तो लग रहा था कि वो सुन रहे थे कि बहुत कोई संग में है, पता नहीं अब मुझे भी।
अब आखिर में वो अकेला खड़ा है,
हाँ, अभी तो वो अकेला ही।
इस पर क्या बोलेंगे आप?
इस पर क्या बोले, अगर वो गलती किया है तो जो सजा देगा आइन मंजूर है।
Sambhav on the telecast with me. Sambhav, of course, now the family member of the accused has issued a statement saying that she hadn't been in connection with him for a very long time. But apart from that, she's also said that she didn't expect him to do something like this. Now, the verdict is expected to be announced at 2:30 p.m. today. What are the details that are coming in? We've been told that the accused has been taken to the court.
This case has garnered, lot of attention after the matter happened on 9th of August, and the Supreme Court has taken suo moto cognizance of the matter on 18th of August, and now it's a big day, it's the final day when the lower court in Kolkata is going to deliver its judgment after a long trial where over 50 witnesses were examined in this case, and Sanjay Roy, who is the sole and the prime accused in this matter, was examined thoroughly by the Central Bureau of Investigation, a premier investigation agency of the country. And it is the time for the verdict now. Sometime from now, the Sialdah court in Kolkata, West Bengal, is to pronounce its verdict. All eyes are glued to the television, and people across the country are watching, and anytime the Sialdah court is going to deliver a very crucial verdict in this RG car case, wherein a 31-year-old trainee doctor was allegedly raped and murdered, and all allegations are on the Sanjay Roy, who is the prime accused. However, the parents of the victim are saying again and again that this one person is not the right thing. There could be more than one person in this case. However, the Central Bureau of Investigation in its charge sheet accused Sanjay Roy, and now the judgment is to be delivered by the Sialdah court. It is to be seen what the court says next.
Absolutely. Sambhav, stay on with us. Advocate Ashwini Dubey, Supreme Court lawyer, also joins us on the broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking to us on NewsX. Now, it's taken a total of 59 days for the completion of the trial after it began on November 11th, 2024. How do you foresee and what are your predictions as far as the verdict is concerned?
It's a case which shook the entire nation, and where the state did not take any action in a time-bound manner. It's a case where at the first instance, when the FIR should have been registered by the police was ignorant about it. The first case where the mob of more than thousands entered inside the hospital, then the police was mute spectator. So I would say, as a student of law, that the state failed, the state machinery failed to discharge its obligatory constitutional duty at that point of time. Now, the autopsy report, let's see the autopsy report, which says that she was murdered, she was raped, sexually assaulted, and was killed through strangulation. So, of course, the judgment which we are awaiting is the most awaiting judgment, and we need the justice should be done. The Supreme Court also intervened in the matter. The Supreme Court bench, led by then Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, he also called for the reports, and also constituted a committee that the medical doctors or the medical helps who are working tirelessly 24/7 in various hospitals of the country, they should be provided security, and so that they should discharge their duties fearlessly. It's a case where the state, which was obligatory to protect the citizens, protect the doctors, protect those who are working for the state failed. So an arrest, if you see, the person who was the main responsibility, the principal of that medical college, he was in fact rewarded instead of giving punishment at the first instance. Now the Sanjay Roy's autopsy report and also DNA has been matched. What result would come, we all are awaiting, but justice should be done. Justice should be done, and also it should be exemplary. so that the people who are taking law and order and committing this kind of crime, they should desist by this, and it should be that whatever the result would be, it should be in a time bound manner, not like the Nirbhaya case happened in 2013 and the judgment finally was delivered or the execution was done in 21-22. So it should not take much time. It should be done in a time bound manner, so that we should say that yes, justice has been delivered to her, and also what the result would be passed by the Sialdah court should be published throughout the country, so that whosoever is going to do this kind of act must desist from doing it. Over to you.
Right, absolutely. My colleague Renik also joins us on the broadcast at this point of time. Renik, what is the latest that we are getting? We know that the verdict is going to be delivered at 2:30 p.m. today.
हाँ एकदम देखिए, और कुछ ही समय बाद शियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर जो वर्डिक्ट दिया जाएगा। मैं एक बार आपको तस्वीर दिखाऊंगा। ठीक शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने का ये तस्वीर है। शियालदा कोर्ट को पूरा पुलिस के तरफ से घेर लिया गया है। कोलकाता पुलिस का जो हायर ऑफिशियल्स, उनके तरफ से पूरा बैरिकेडिंग कर दिया गया है कि कुछ देर पहले संजय रॉय जो कि मेन एक्यूज्ड है, उनको ले आया गया है, और उसको देखते हुए पूरा शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने पुलिस का जो प्रोटेक्शन, वो प्रोटेक्शन को इंक्रीज किया गया है। क्योंकि एक तरफ शियालदा कोर्ट के अंदर ये जो थर्ड फ्लोर आप देख रहे हैं, ये थर्ड फ्लोर में ही जो एजीएम का कोर्ट है, उस जगह में ही, और कुछ ही देर बाद आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर जो वर्डिक्ट सुनाया जाएगा। और उसी के दौरान एकदम शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने जो प्रोटेस्ट वो फिलहाल चालू हो चुका है। जो प्रोटेस्ट बहुत दिन पहले से दिखाई दे रहा था, अगस्त महीने से दिखाई दे रहा था, उस तरीके का प्रोटेस्ट लगातार दिखाई दे रहा है कि एकदम ठीक मेरा पीछे शियालदा कोर्ट के एकदम सामने जो प्रोटेस्टर वो आ चुके हैं, जूनियर डॉक्टर्स भी आ चुके हैं। वो लोग आकर प्रोटेस्ट दिखा रहे हैं, और उनकी तरफ से बार बार से एक ही डिमांड रखा जा रहा है। पहले दिन से जो डिमांड था वही डिमांड फिर से रखा जा रहा है कि ये जो मामला, ये सेंसिटिव मामले में सही तरीके से जस्टिस मिले, ये डिमांड रखते हुए इनकी तरफ से प्रोटेस्ट दिखाई दे रहा है। और जो प्रोटेस्ट पहले दिन से दिखाई दे रहा था, वैसा ही प्रोटेस्ट आज भी दिखाई दे रहा है। मैं एक बार बात करने का कोशिश करूंगा। दादा, आज तो ये जो मामला है, ये मामले पर वर्डिक्ट देने वाला है कोर्ट, तो क्या उम्मीद रख रहे हैं कोर्ट की तरफ से?
इंग्रेजीতে বলছি, we demand capital punishment. Sanjay Rai, the outsider criminal whose family had come from Bihar, the neighboring state of West Bengal. The criminals are coming from Bihar to West Bengal. They are committing crime. They are getting into the jobs of West Bengal. Sanjay Rai was a civic volunteer in Kolkata police force, and he brutally raped and murdered our sister, Bengali sister Tilottoma. So first Kolkata police, they did their investigation for 4 days. Then Kolkata High Court transferred the investigation part to CBI. CBI did the investigation for next 5 months. Now it is done. So the court has convicted Sanjay Rai, the outsider criminal. So today they will pronounce the verdict. What should be the verdict? So whatever it is, we want capital punishment.
एकदम ही देखिए, कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का डिमांड में आज सब लोग उम्मीद लगा के बैठे हैं। एक बार मैं तस्वीर दिखाऊंगा। ठीक मेरा पीछे शियालदा कोर्ट का ये जो तस्वीर, ये तस्वीर से साफ हो रहा है कि कोलकाता पुलिस की तरफ से आज किसी भी तरीके से छूट देने के लिए वो लोग नाराज है कि किसी भी तरीके से जो प्रोटेस्ट है, वो प्रोटेस्ट इम्पैक्ट ना फैले ये कोर्ट प्रेमिसेस के अंदर में, उसके ऊपर सबका नज़र है। एक तरफ कोलकाता पुलिस की तरफ से पूरा प्रोटेक्शन दिया गया है, दूसरी तरफ कोलकाता पुलिस जिस जगह में बैरिकेड किया है, यानी शियालदा कोर्ट के ठीक सामने, ठीक उनके पीछे ही लगातार एक से बढ़कर एक जगह पर ये जो प्रोटेस्ट देखने को मिल रहा है। जैसा प्रोटेस्ट आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का इंसिडेंट के बाद देखा गया था, मगर आज ये प्रोटेस्ट का जो आवाज, वो आवाज थोड़ा अलग है। आज प्रोटेस्ट है, आज जो डिमांड है, आज जो प्रोटेस्टर का डिमांड है, उनके तरफ से जो एजिटेशन किया जा रहा है, ये एजिटेशन में एक ही डिमांड रखा जा रहा है कि आज जो वर्डिक्ट सुनाया जाएगा, वो वर्डिक्ट ऐसा हो जिसमें जो विक्टिम है, जो विक्टिम का परिवार है, उनको जस्टिस मिले। और मैं फिर से आपको दिखाऊंगा कि जो शियालदा जो प्रेमिसेस है, शियालदा कोर्ट का ठीक प्रेमिसेस, उस प्रेमिसेस के बाहर में बहुत सारे लोग दूर दूर से आ रहे हैं, दूर दूर से गैदर हो रहे हैं। एकदम शियालदा मेट्रो स्टेशन के जो सामने, ये सामने का तस्वीर ही देखिए कि दूर दूर से लोग इधर आकर किसी के हाथ पे इंडियन फ्लैग है, किसी के हाथ पे प्लेकार्ड है। उनके तरफ से एक ही डिमांड रखा जा रहा है कि संजय रॉय को आज कैपिटल पनिशमेंट दिया जाए, कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का जो वर्डिक्ट वो सुनाया जाए। यही उम्मीद लेके आज दूर दूर से लोग आए हैं। मैडम, कहाँ से आ रहे हैं आप लोग?
हम तो दमदम से आ रहे हैं।
आज क्या उम्मीद रख रहे हैं कोर्ट की तरफ से?
कोर्ट के तरफ से तो कुछ उम्मीद ही नहीं है हमारे यहाँ, क्योंकि जो आए हैं सामने वो तो असल ट्रूथ नहीं है, और जो निकालना था वो तो नहीं निकाला हुआ है। सीबीआई ने तो कुछ ठीक काम नहीं किया।
आज वर्डिक्ट को लेकर क्या उम्मीद है?
देखिए, उम्मीद तो हम बहुत रखते हैं, लेकिन ठीक से वर्डिक्ट तो आते नहीं है। ऑलवेज देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम इन द वर्डिक्ट। तो जस्टिस सब समय नहीं आते हैं, ऑलवेज इज नॉट कमिंग। और एक हम विश्वास करते हैं एका संजय राय इज नॉट अलोन द कल्प्रिट, देयर आर ऑल लॉट्स ऑफ कल्प्रिट्स। तो ऑल शुड बी ब्रॉट अंडर द सिस्टम एंड ऑल शुड बी, मैंने सबको शास्ति होना चाहिए। तो एक संजय राय को शास्ति देगा तो कुछ नहीं होगा ना। तो वी वांट एवरीबॉडी हु हैज बीन इन दिस क्राइम should be brought under the justice, एवं उसको सबको पनिशमेंट मिलेगा as quick as possible।
देखिए, एक तरफ लोगों के मन में उम्मीद है कि आज संजय रॉय को कैपिटल पनिशमेंट मिलेगा, मगर दूसरी तरफ ये पूरा मामले पर सिर्फ संजय रॉय नहीं, संजय रॉय के साथ और भी लोग मिले हुए हैं, ऐसा उम्मीद भी बहुत लोगों के मन में है। और इसी उम्मीद को लेकर वो लोग आज शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने आए हैं कि वर्डिक्ट में ऐसा कुछ निकले जिससे इस तरीके का जो घटना घटा है, इस घटने को और किसी भी तरीके से इस तरीके का घटना ना घटे, इस तरीके का एक मैसेज पूरा समाज में फैले। और इसी उम्मीद को लेकर दूर दूर से लोग आए हैं, एकदम शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने आकर एजिटेशन शो कर रहे हैं। जो लोग एजिटेशन कर रहे हैं उनके तरफ से एक ही डिमांड रखा जा रहा है कि जिस तरीके से ये घटना घटा है, इसमें जिसका इन्वॉल्वमेंट है उनको कड़ी से कड़ी सजा मिले। दादा, कहाँ से आ रहे हैं आप?
ठीक है
दादा, कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? बहुत सारे दूर दूर से लोग आ रहे हैं। एकदम देख ही सकते हैं, एकदम जो स्लोगनिंग भी जारी है और एकदम शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने स्लोगनिंग जारी है। और कुछ ही समय बाद शियालदा कोर्ट में ये जो वर्डिक्ट सुनाया जाएगा और 2:30 बजे वर्डिक्ट सुनाने का जो टाइम वो कोर्ट की तरफ से दिया गया है। और ठीक उसी टाइम के एकदम जब करीब आ चुके हैं, ठीक उसी टाइम पर जो प्रोटेस्ट भी फिर से भड़का है। और प्रोटेस्ट में सब लोग एक ही उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि आज ऐसा कुछ वर्डिक्ट आए और जिस वर्डिक्ट को देखते हुए सबका नज़र ये वर्डिक्ट के ऊपर ही है। और वर्डिक्ट ऐसा हो कि इस तरीके का जो घटना और कोई घटाने का जुर्म ना करे, इसके ऊपर भी सबका नज़र है। इधर देखने को मिल रहा है कि जूनियर डॉक्टर्स भी इधर मौजूद हैं, बहुत सारे जूनियर डॉक्टर्स भी इधर आए हैं। और सिर्फ जूनियर डॉक्टर्स नहीं, जूनियर डॉक्टर्स के साथ आम लोगों भी शामिल हो चुके हैं। पूरा जो इस एरिया का तस्वीर से साफ मालूम पड़ रहा है कि आरजीकर और मेडिकल कॉलेज का ये इंसिडेंट का जिस तरीके का प्रभाव पूरा देश भर में पड़ा था, उसका इम्पैक्ट अभी भी खत्म नहीं हुआ, उसका इम्पैक्ट अभी भी जारी है। और जूनियर डॉक्टर के साथ जो आम लोग वो भी शामिल हो रहे हैं ये प्रोटेस्ट पर शामिल होकर वो लोग एक ही नारा उठा रहे हैं कि जस्टिस मिले और सही तरीके से जस्टिस मिले, ये डिमांड ही रख रहे हैं। एकदम तस्वीर से ही साफ हो रहा है कि जो जस्टिस का डिमांड जैसे पहले दिन से उठा था, वैसा ही अभी भी वो जस्टिस का डिमांड कंटिन्यू है।
All right, breaking news coming in at this point of time. Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty by the Sealdah courts. Of course, that's the latest that we are tracking for you at this point of time. The Sealdah court has delivered its verdict. It has said that Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty by the Sealdah court. That's the big breaking development that we are tracking for you at this point of time. Sambhav on the telecast with me. Sambhav, big breaking news coming in at this point of time. He has been proven guilty. Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty. What more can you share with us at this point of time?
Hello.
It was very much expected, and the whole nation, I mean, this case shook the conscience of the whole country, the whole country was demanding the capital punishment. The Central Bureau of Investigation squarely demanded capital punishment in this case, and now it's a big verdict here from the Sialdah court in Kolkata, and Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty. It's a big development in Arjikar rape and murder case, wherein a 31-year-old trainee doctor was allegedly murdered and raped, and now it has been proven after a long trial. Over 50 days and over 50 witnesses were examined, and now Sanjay Roy, this is the breaking news, Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty in this matter. Sialdah court in Kolkata has proven, after a long trial, this verdict has come up by the Sialdah court in West Bengal.
All right, absolutely.
And
Even
Roy.
as we speak, breaking developments coming in. The big verdict, of course, has been delivered. We're also getting to know that the court has said that the punishment won't be less than 10 years. That's again a big breaking development that's coming in as far as the verdict is concerned. Sambhav, if you could share more details on that front, please.
Well, the court is delivering the judgment as we speak, and my colleague is putting all the details here, and things are. The final order is still not out. The court is still delivering the verdict. However, the court, what is confirmed is that Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty in this matter, and it is to be seen what exactly court says, because once we get the order, copy of the order, we can substantially say something that this is what the court has said.
All right, we're also getting to know at this point of time, breaking developments coming in, quantum of punishment on January 20th. So that's again another breaking development that we are tracking at this point of time. Remember, the big verdict has been delivered, a big verdict. Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty. This is again the big breaking news that's coming in at this point of time. We're also joined by Dr. Arindam Biswas of the Rabindranath Tagore Hospital. So thank you so much for taking our time. Big verdict there, and there were a lot of doctors who had been protesting on the streets for days on end. For them, this is of course big news. They had big hopes.
Thank you, madam, for giving me an opportunity to speak on about the issue. Yes, I am also very happy as a citizen, as a doctor, that the culprit has been identified and the verdict will be delivered shortly. The quantum of the punishment will be pronounced shortly, and we will be able to know how much, what type of punishment he is going to receive. Whether it is a capital punishment or a life imprisonment, that depends on the judge or the judge's verdict. But I am happy as a citizen that as a doctor, that a colleague of mine who died, and that was a macabre incident, he died following a violent incident, at least the family can draw solace from the verdict.
Right, absolutely, sir. In fact, thank you so much. We'll get back to you. My colleague Renik is also with us on the broadcast. Renik, this was, of course, what the people were hoping for. We, of course, saw people with the national flag there saying that he should be proven guilty. And, of course, now it has happened. What is the sentiment on the ground? रेनिक, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है, बिग ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ चुकी है, संजय रॉय गिल्टी प्रूवन हो गए हैं, क्या सेंटिमेंट है अभी वहां पे? Okay, all right. We are sorting out that connection, but in the meantime, Sambhav is also with us on the broadcast. Sambhav, give us an update as far as the verdict is concerned.
That Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita BNS section 64, 66 and 103 clause 1 have been framed against the accused Sanjay Roy, and there is a complaint against the accused that he went to the Arjikar Medical College. This is what the court has said in the order. There is a complaint against the accused that he went to the Arjikar Medical College and the hospital and went to the seminar hall and assaulted, murdered the lady doctor taking rest. And the Sialdah court has finally delivered its judgment, its big verdict, wherein he has been proven guilty. Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty by the Sialdah court. It's a big update, big development, and the first verdict of its kind in this Arjikar rape and murder case. I'll again repeat the sections of the BNS, wherein the Central Bureau of Investigation filed the charge sheet. And as per the court, it says that BNS section 64, 66 and 103 clause 1 have been framed against the accused. There is a complaint against the accused that he went to the Arjikar hospital. And also the trial went for over 50 days, and court reserved this verdict on January 8th, and on January 18th.
Absolutely. Samba, stay on with us. In fact, joining us at this point of time is Dr. Aseem Methi. He is from the Arjikar Hospital. So thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX. Now, again, a big development has taken place. The big verdict has been delivered by the Sialdah court. We've spoken to you on NewsX multiple times with regards to the case. As a doctor, how do you, of course, see this big news that's coming in?
Thank you, ma'am. And I am extremely asking apology to the audience that I am telling the right things, but because from the beginning, I am with the Arjikar Medical College, because I am ex-Arjikar. Though actually the main culprit is not Sanjay Rai. Actually investigation has been totally manufactured and everything. The post-mortem right from the beginning, there is lot of controversy and there is lot of questions from the parents' sides. They are not satisfied, and also the opinion of the mother also not being taken. Who was supposed to be the main informer, and the investigations, and there is why there is not there is hecticness in the
absolutely, sir, absolutely. Let me just get back to you. My colleague Renik is back with us on the broadcast. Renik, okay, all right, we'll just get that sorted. Sir, if you could please continue.
This is absolutely absurd.
All right, Sambhav is also with us on the broadcast. Sambhav, we're learning at this point of time that the accused Sanjay has said to the judge in court, I have been falsely implicated, I have not done this, those who have done are being let go. This is the statement that he has given after the verdict has been delivered. Sanjay, over to you. I beg your pardon, Sambhav, over to you.
Yes, the central
has been manufactured also.
Right, so what's the latest that we're tracking?
Yeah.
Well, the Central Bureau of Investigation named Sanjay Roy as the sole accused in this Arjikar case, and in the end, he was a civic volunteer, and he is convicted under Section 64 of BNS, that is rape. Section 66, that is death after rape, and 103 clause 1, that is murder, of the Indian Penal Code. The verdict, the big verdict, is out, and Sanjay Roy has been convicted and has been proven guilty by the court in this matter, and three very important sections of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS, the new section, the new laws, as per the new laws, section 64, that is rape, 66 death.
वो भी प्रूव करता है जो डीएनए का सैंपल का है, मल्टीपल पर्सन्स का सैंपल मिला है, इसका भी आंसर किया है, तो मल्टीपल पर्सन कहां से आया? सीसीटीवी फुटेज में सीबीआई ने बोला 68 पीपल को सेमिनार रूम में उस समय 4 घंटा में जानने के लिए वो देखा, पर वो सिर्फ संजय राय को एक आइडेंटिफाई कर पाया, बाकी लोग को आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाया। ये किसी को पास बिलीवेबल है? इट अनबिलीवेबल। तो हम लोग हर समय रेडी था सीबीआई को हेल्प करने के लिए, पर वो इसके बारे में किसी को नहीं पूछा जी ये आदमी कौन है, बाकी 67 पीपल। तो ये क्या बोलता है सीबीआई? वो फ्रेश इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं किया, वो जो कोलकाता पुलिस बोल दिया उसके साथ उसके ऊपर ही वो जो एविडेंस दिया उसके ऊपर ही जजमेंट हो रहा है कोर्ट में। तो
आज जो फैसला आया है उसमें आप लोग खुश है कि नहीं है?
नहीं, ऐसे खुश होने का बात नहीं, दुख होने का भी बात नहीं। एक जो है जो अगर संजय राय दोषी है उसको तो पनिशमेंट होना चाहिए, पर हम लोग का जो आंसर है वो नहीं मिला, तो हम लोग का जो डिसअपॉइंटेड है और हम लोग का जो आंदोलन है वो चलेगा।
एकदम ही जूनियर डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से कहा जा रहा है कि आज जो फैसला आया है उसके बाद भी वो लोग डिसअपॉइंटेड है सीबीआई का इन्वेस्टिगेशन को लेकर, और उनका जो प्रोटेस्ट, जो आंदोलन वो जारी रहेगा जूनियर डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से, ये कहा जा रहा है। दूसरी तरफ जो आम लोग वो भी इधर मौजूद है, बहुत सारे आम लोग भी इधर दूर दूर से आए हैं। आज फैसला में क्या आएगा वो देखने के लिए सब लोग इधर जमा हुए थे और दूर दूर से लोग इधर आए हैं। और मैं एक बार बात करने का कोशिश करूंगा। मैडम कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
हम तो सोदपुर से आ रहे हैं।
आज जो फैसला दिया गया है संजय,
তথ্য প্রমাণ যদি লোপাট না হতো বা প্রথম থেকে যদি সিবিআই এর হাতে যদি তদন্তভার থাকতো তাহলে হয়তো অন্যরকম কোনো ফল হতে পারত।
सुकांतदा, संजय राय को कन्विक्टेड घोषित किया गया है, क्या कहेंगे इस पूरे मामले को?
देखिए, कोर्ट ने कन्विक्ट किया है, लेकिन बंगाल के बहुत सारे लोगों का ऐसा मानना था, परिवार का भी मानना था कि एक से ज़्यादा लोग की इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो सकती है, और हम भी जो पहली बार देखे तो ऐसा ही लगा था। लेकिन 5 दिन जब कलकत्ता पुलिस के पास इन्वेस्टिगेशन रहा, उस 5 दिनों में इतने छेड़छाड़ हुए सबूतों के साथ, कोर्ट में सीबीआई की जो लॉयर थे, एडवोकेट थे, उन्होंने भी वही बात रखी, एक से ज़्यादा बार रखी, तो वो दर्शाता है कि अगर वो छेड़छाड़ नहीं हुआ होता तो और भी कुछ हो सकता था। हम चाहेंगे कि सबसे ज़्यादा जो पनिशमेंट है वो पनिशमेंट उनको मिले, और ये आरजीकर एक ऐसा कांड है जो पूरे बंगाल में सरफेस में ले आया कि बंगाल की स्वास्थ्य व्यवस्था कितनी बुरी हालत में है।
लेकिन अब तो ये क्लैरिटी हो गई है दादा कि जिस तरीके से मर्डर हुआ, पहले असॉल्ट किया गया, उसके बाद मर्डर किया गया, रेप किया गया और मर्डर किया गया, लेकिन पहले स्थितियां कुछ अलग थी, कुछ अलग अलग स्टेटमेंट निकल कर आ रहे थे, तो उसको कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, हर इन्वेस्टिगेशन निर्भर करता है प्रूफ के ऊपर, और बार बार ये चीज़ सामने आई हमारी कि जो 5 दिन कलकत्ता पुलिस के हाथ में इन्वेस्टिगेशन था, उस समय क्या हुआ किसी को पता नहीं। तो जितना प्रूफ मिला, तो उस प्रूफ के वजह से ये संजय राय जो है वो कन्विक्टेड हुए हैं। संजय राय बहुत बार कैमरे के सामने बोल चुके हैं कि मुझे फंसाया जा रहा है, राजीव कुमार उनके उसके खिलाफ षड्यंत्र कर रहा है, कॉन्स्पिरेसी कर रहा है। तो कोर्ट के ऊपर हमें आसरा है, हम तो चाहते हैं कि कोर्ट ऐसा निर्देश करे कि इसमें भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो कि कौन उसे मुंह खोलने के लिए मना किया था, क्या किया था, ये सारी चीज़ों की। দেখুন, এর আগেও সঞ্জয় রায় বারবার বলেছে যে আমাকে ফাঁসানো হয়েছে, এবং সে রাজীব কুমারের নাম নিয়েছিল এর আগে একাধিকবার, আজকেও সে বলেছে। আমরা চাইবো যে কোর্ট নির্দেশ দিক তদন্তকারী সংস্থাকে সেই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা খতিয়ে দেখার জন্য। এবার তো কোর্টের উপর নির্ভর করবে, তদন্তকারী সংস্থা তো নিজে খুঁজে সব করতে পারবে না, বা করার এখতিয়ারও নেই তাদের। তো স্বাভাবিকভাবে কোর্ট যদি রায় দেয়, তাহলে রায়ের মধ্যে যদি সেটা লেখা থাকে, তাহলে তদন্তকারী সংস্থা সেই বিষয়টিও খতিয়ে দেখবে।
রাজীব কুমার একটা এনকাউন্টারের কথা আজকে কিছুক্ষণ মধ্যে পিসি করতে যাচ্ছেন, গোয়ালপুকুরে যে পালিয়ে গেছিল তাকে তারা এনকাউন্টার করতে পেরেছেন, এটা কিভাবে দেখছেন আপনার? পুলিশের উপর হামলা করেছিল সে।
দেখুন, এর আগে পুলিশের উপর হামলা হয়েছিল, এবং এই প্রথম আমি দেখলাম যে পশ্চিমবঙ্গ পুলিশ এনকাউন্টার করছে। এর আগে তো আমরা জীবনে কোনোদিনও দেখিনি। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ পুলিশের বন্দুক চলে, গুলি চলে, সেটাও তো আমরা জানতাম না। তা কাকে এনকাউন্টার করলো সেটাও দেখতে হবে অবশ্য। দিদির ভোট ব্যাংকে যদি এনকাউন্টার করে দেয় তো দিদি রাজীব কুমারকে সরিয়ে দেবে, তো সেটাও দেখা দরকার একবার। অবশ্যই কোনো কারণ হতে পারে এটা, এবং এর বিরুদ্ধে গোটা বাংলা গর্জে উঠেছে। আমরাও 20 তারিখ স্বাস্থ্য ভবনের সামনে অবস্থান বিক্ষোভ করব। আমি নিজে সেখানে থাকবো এবং অন্যান্য নেতৃত্বকে আমি থাকতে বলছি। তারা তাদের প্রোগ্রাম আছে বিভিন্ন জায়গায়, সেই ব্যালেন্স করে তারা থাকবেন, এবং এই প্রতিবাদ আমরা জানাবো। এবং যে পরিবার যে দাবিটা করছে যে মেয়েটি এমন কিছু জেনে গেছিল যেটি জানার ফলে তার জীবন সংশয় হয়ে গেছিল, এর কথার মধ্যে যুক্তি আছে। তার কারণ সঞ্জয় রায় হঠাৎ করে একজন মহিলা ডাক্তারকে রেপ করতে যাবে কেন? আমি যদি ধরে উনি সঞ্জয় রায় করেছে, তো হঠাৎ করে একজন মহিলাকে সাডেনলি পিক করে তাকে রেপ করতে যাবেন কেন? যে একজন মেডিকেল প্র্যাকটিশনার, তিনি এমন কিছু জেনে গেছিলেন যেটা মনে হয় জানলে পরে মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর অসুবিধা হবে। ধন্যবাদ।
दादा जिस तरीके की घटनाक्रम हुई, कन्विक्टेड तो कर दिया गया संजय राय को, लेकिन सवाल बहुत सारे उठते हैं। उनके माता पिता ने जैसे पहले कहा कि वो जो लड़की थी डॉक्टर थी, उनको बहुत सारी चीज़ों का पता चल गया था। आपको लगता है कि इसमें जितने भी लोग और भी दोषी हैं उनको भी सजा मिलनी चाहिए या फिर इन्वेस्टिगेशन और भी होना चाहिए?
देखिए, इन्वेस्टिगेशन निर्भर करता है कि अवेलेबल प्रूफ के ऊपर। तो प्रूफ जितना मिला उसके ऊपर संजय राय को कन्विक्टेड किया गया। 5 दिन, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया, कलकत्ता पुलिस ने इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया। तो इसका मतलब है, आप समझ सकते हैं क्या। लेकिन ये सवाल जो परिवार ने उठाया वो लाजमी सवाल है, और हम भी मानते हैं कि सडनली एक महिला को पकड़ के रेप कर दिया, एक डॉक्टर को, ये तो मुझे भी अटपटा रखता है। और मुझे लगता है कि इस महिला डॉक्टर ने कुछ इन्होंने जान लिया था, और अगर सामने आ जाता तो मुख्यमंत्री जी का कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाता, ममता बनर्जी का, इसलिए करवाया जा सकता है।
तो आप लोग क्या इसके लिए कुछ आप लोग प्रोटेस्ट करें? कुछ
कोर्ट के पास है ऑलरेडी। हम 20 तारीख को पूरे मामले को लेकर, उसके बाद ये जो सलाइन कांड हुआ है बंगाल में, जिसके द्वारा लोगों की मृत्यु घटी है, महिलाओं की मृत्यु घटी है, उनके बच्चे मारे गए हैं, न्यू बॉर्न बेबी, और इसके खिलाफ 20 तारीख को हम शास्त्र भवन के सामने अपना आंदोलन करेंगे।
एक अंतिम सवाल, कन्विक्टेड जो किया गया संजय राय, आपको लगता है कि महिला जो डॉक्टर थी उनको न्याय मिला है?
ये तो कोर्ट के ऊपर सवाल उठा रहे हैं आप कोर्ट से पूछिए।
All right, breaking in at this point in time, a local court in Kolkata has found Sanjay Roy, a civic police volunteer, guilty in the gruesome rape and murder case of a trainee doctor at the state-run Arjikar Hospital. Mr. Kirti Azad is joining us at this point in time to give his reaction to this verdict. Mr. Azad, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us, sir. So 10 years for Sanjay Roy. And of course, a number of people are unhappy the way this verdict has turned out. All right, we'll have Mr. Azad join us momentarily. Sambhav, my colleague, is joining us at this point in time. Sambhav, if you can hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right, Sambhav, 10 years for Sanjay Roy. This is obviously, according to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, that deals with rape, murder, and eventually causing death. Of course, the court did not find this crime to be the rarest of rare to accord any more punishment than 10 years.
Well, yes, the Central Bureau of Investigation has demanded capital punishment, serious punishment for Sanjay Roy, the prime and the sole accused in this matter, and CBI has filed its charge sheet earlier in this matter in the lower court, and today finally the court has come up with the judgment. It's incident happened on 9th of August, and today on January 18 is the judgment wherein the court has convicted Sanjay Roy in this case, and let's talk about the charges. Under which Sanjay Roy has been convicted by Sialdah Court, a local court, a sessions court in West Bengal, wherein the additional district and session court convicted Sanjay Roy of sections of rape, murder, and causing death. So these are the sections under which Sanjay Roy has been convicted by the lower court, the sessions court in Sialdah, and reactions are coming from across the country. Well, it was very much expected that such kind of verdict would come from the court, as this case has garnered a lot of attention, lot of hype in the country, and lot of outrage in the country as it unfolded, and the Supreme Court has taken
Okay, let me also rope in our guest who are joining us at this point in time. Mr. Tanuj Dikshit, Supreme Court lawyer, with us on the program. Dr. Aseem Mehti of the Arjikar Hospital with us on the program as well. Dr. Arindam Biswas from the R.N. Tagore Hospital joins us on the show as well. Mr. Dikshit, what do you make of this verdict, considering the fact that this was quite a high-profile case? There seems to be a sentiment that the quantum of punishment does not correspond to the gravity of the crime, or rather, the way in which this entire episode unfolded.
See, on the day it has the charge with the anticipation and the trepidation, the Sialda Court complex of Kolkata have already stood the center of the nation attention because the judgment of the brutally raped and murdered trainee doctor has been out now. That already the one Sanjay Roy has been convicted under the Bharati Nyaya Sanhita section 64, 66, and also he has been convicted. Now this has been already the judgment has been out, and as we know that court in West Bengal is expected to deliver after 162 days of the this incident occurred. So this case was absolutely the case pertains to a 31-year-old trainee doctor who was found dead in the seminar hall of the Archikar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata on August 9, 2024. The trainee doctor was allegedly killed after being raped, and this was the seriously the Steldia court is likely to that the judgment has been out by the judge there, and now the things has been the charge sheet filed on the October 7. More than 10 people have been done with the polygraphic test in this case, and this is the what we actually have only one person who is convicted in this case. It's a big question that how this CBI investigation has been done, where the other people which are supposed to be there case are not present into the reports. Yes.
All right, well, some breaking news coming in. Well, the judge has stated that the accused will be heard on Monday. The accused is being sent to judicial custody till then. His punishment will be announced on Monday at 12:30. The Sessions Judge, Anirban Das, has clarified that the minimum possible sentence would be life imprisonment, while the maximum sentence could be the death penalty as well. Sambhav, my colleague, is with us on the broadcast at this point in time. Sambhav, of course, the judge saying that the actual quantum of punishment is going to be announced on Monday at 12:30 p.m.
Well, yes, generally this is how it happens, and the exact quantum of punishment will be decided by the court in detail order on Monday. And for the time being, the court has convicted, and it is very much clear now that Sanjay Roy has been convicted in the rape and murder of a 31-year trainee doctor in the Arjikar rape and murder case. It is clear now, the quantum of the punishment will be clear very soon. That is, the court has said that on Monday they'll decide on the quantum of punishment, whether it get a life or a life imprisonment or other kind of other capital punishment. It is to be seen, and so far the things are very much clear, and it was very much expected from the court. The sentiments were very high. People were very much like the sloganeering happening in outside the court in Sialda, and it was very much expected because even the Supreme Court of the country, the top court of the country, took the suo moto cognizance of this matter on 18th of August. On 20th of August, the Supreme Court did first hearing in the matter, and that too the then Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chanchud, grilled the Central Bureau of Investigation over the kind of investigation being done, questioned the Kolkata police, the Bengal police, and questioned different lawyers who were appearing for this Central Bureau of Investigation or the Kolkata police, and set up a committee and formed the guidelines for the safety and security of the doctors. So this case has garnered a lot of attention nationwide and also globally, and the verdict was very much expected, and it is to be seen what the court says next on Monday.
All right, more breaking news coming in. The Sessions Judge Anirban Das has clarified that the minimum possible sentence would be life imprisonment, while the maximum sentence would be the death penalty, is what we are learning at this point in time. Dr. Arindam Biswas of the R. N. Tagore Hospital with us on the show. Dr. Biswas, if you can hear me, thank you for joining us. Obviously, the judge is going to clarify what exactly the quantum of punishment is going to be by Monday 12:30 p.m. But so far, looking at the gravity as well as the sensationalism attached to this case, are you happy with the outcome?
Certainly, as a citizen of India, as a doctor, losing a fellow doctor in a macabre incident obviously will make me happy that the culprit has been identified, the judgment has been delivered, but we will wait for the quantum of the punishment, whether it will be a capital punishment or a life imprisonment. That time will tell, and on Monday it will be very clear that what is going to happen, what will be the fate of the culprit Sanjay Rai. But can I make one statement, please, apart from the case? I heard your journalist talking to a person who commented against a community. As a Bengali, I strongly condemn against any comments, any derogatory comments against Bihari or UP. A person can be a criminal, but a community can all be criminalized. So I strongly oppose such gobbledygook comments. So please allow me this. Thank you for allowing me to comment on this. But with regard to Sanjay Rai case, let us not make the case very esoteric. Let us be focused. Let us not be very boisterous. Yes, a macabre incident took place. A lady doctor lost her life. She was raped. She was violently murdered. Now the day has come when the judgment has been delivered. It will give peace to the families of the victim as well as peace to all the people who fought against the Tilottama incident. They wanted justice. There was no politics in that. Keeping politics apart, we wanted a judgment in this case. CBI has done their job assiduously. They had focused on their case. They identified the criminal with the help of the evidence they gathered. Now the case is clear. I am happy as a doctor, happy as a citizen, happy as a law-abiding citizen that at last judgment has been delivered.
All right, let me also rope in Dr. Methi into this conversation. Dr. Methi, if you're there with us, sir. So you wanted to make a point. I've seen you raise your hand multiple times. Go ahead, sir.
No, actually, the doctor is totally biased, I think, right from the beginning of the incidents, because I are in the scene most of the time in Arjikar Medical College, and I have followed through that. All the Calcutta police has totally destroyed the evidence, the initial evidence, not only the dead body, post-mortem, everything has done very planful murder and planful destruction of the evidence. And CBI just done the rest of the jobs. Those who have completed the Calcutta police handed over on the fourth day. They completed the and stamped it out that Sanjay Rai is the main culprit. This is not so. He may be a partner of this, but I think Mr. Sandeep Ghosh, who is the main culprit principal, along with some his courtiers and others, were totally involved. If it was supposed to be a detailed investigations and very fair, it is totally unfair investigations, and the verdict will be definitely.
Why do you think it's unfair, sir? Why do you think this investigation is unfair? Is it because of the pressure of the case?
Yes, pressure of the government and pressure of the Sastha Bhavan and others also, and the local political leaders. If you followed that local political leaders were also involved. The local MLA, the councillor, everybody, even the Abhijit Mandal, who is the main culprit also, and the DC South, DC Central, and the Binit Goyal, he was never asked who has destroyed totally, planfully the total evidence of the year. And their parents, actually, always parents are not satisfied at all. They went against the all. Even they lost the complaint 16 hours after the incident. Could you imagine? And the parents were not allowed to see their daughter's dead body. Even for they deferred for 8 to 10 hours.
All right. At this point in time, Mr. Aman Lekhi, senior advocate, also joins us on the show. Mr. Lekhi, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us. I hope you can hear me. Mr. Lekhi?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Right. Absolutely, sir. So first up, your reaction to the outcome of this case. So far, whatever we have heard from experts and people who are connected to this matter say that this is obviously a high-profile case. Justice and the quantum of justice, and the flexibility as well as the sensitivity around the verdict given is going to be crucial.
It's a criminal case like any other criminal case, but peculiar in the sense that it's actually symbolized a collapse of law and order. And I say collapse of law and order because of what one of the panelists was just mentioning when I joined, the failure to prevent, detect, register, which led to the transfer of the investigation to CBI in first place. And the attendant circumstances created doubt of the seriousness of the police in the first instance to deal with the matter. That said, surprisingly, and I do not know the reason why, as far as the charge sheet is only against Roy. As far as the other persons are concerned, the question of destruction of evidence. Now, the destruction of evidence would actually point also to some conspiratorial design, but I'm sure as far as the CBI is concerned, for reasons it must have investigated, it must have left the others out. That said, insofar as this particular case is concerned, it's an aggravated form of rape in the peculiar circumstances because the gentleman was a civic volunteer of the police, connected in some way politically, in so as empowered. And the incident actually happened in the hospital, and that too with a doctor. And the circumstances cumulatively suggest that as far as the crime is concerned, it was of the most extreme magnitude. The penal code itself prescribes a maximum punishment. As far as that is concerned, it's for the court to decide. And the verdict having been rendered, the offences being punishable with death, I feel if the circumstances are conclusively established, that would be the appropriate punishment. However, there's some reports where there are mobs outside saying that they should be death, and that aspect is concerned, I think that requires check in correction, because that would be a form of vigilantism, as the law should be allowed to take its course, and whatever is warranted in the circumstances must necessarily be imposed as a punishment.
Mr. Lekhi, what do you think happens next? Obviously, there is going to be an appeal against this particular verdict, but let us not forget that this is a very serious matter. We have had rape cases in this country in the past as well, which have been closely followed, and they have been in fact instrumental in determining how the law in fact addresses the concept of rape in our country.
Well, first it will be sentencing. Depending upon the sentence, it will be the procedure, because if there's a death, it will be confirmation. The matter will actually go in appeal. The appeal and the confirmation will be seen. What course it will take depends upon what actually happens, whatever the date fixed for the sentencing, which is bound to follow. As the law is concerned, the law is clear as to the punishment, where the punishment, because this is an aggravated form of rape leading to death, murder. So this is, as the death is one of the punishments which the law prescribes. You mentioned the close pursuing of this particular matter. That has got its advantages and disadvantages both, as far as this aspect is concerned, because in some way it shuts the door out for a person who's accused of an offence for a fair hearing in court, with virtually the whole world bleeding down the neck of whoever is actually concerned with the matter, for the purposes of creating that kind of pressure that justice can only go in one direction, which is what the collective decides. I don't approve of that particular method, but that is a debate for a different point altogether. As far as this case is concerned, because the court, on examining what I got to know is 50 witnesses, and till now there's absolutely no grievance as to the legal safeguard which legitimate a fair trial having been violated. I presume that the verdict that has been rendered is one on due consideration of whatever the facts. And in the circumstances, if it's in fact proved, the punishment warranted has necessarily to be the most extreme punishment which the statute permits.
So what about the magnitude of this case? This was a particular case which made national headlines. How does that, impact, the sensitivity or the nuances surrounding this case?
As far as the case is concerned, the case is not impacted by the noise which is happening around. For a case to proceed has to actually proceed on the merits of what the case actually is, and for that you have to confine yourself to the facts as has been investigated and presented before the court, and to which the court has applied its judicial mind. Yes, as a country, as a nation, as a concerned populace, the fact that incidents like these happen, and the circumstances in which this particular incident happened is in fact rather dastardly. And I say dastardly not only because of the heinous nature of the offence, but the manner in which the political system was closing around to protect actually initially about whom there was a popular conception of being directly involved in that particular exercise. So what actually should motivate us to think is not only measures, because this happens repeatedly, to prevent incidents like this, but the Supreme Court also considered in its hearing before that. But the larger issue here, as far as some crime which has got some kind of political patronage, as to how is it that we deal with it. The national concern here is necessarily to focus on both aspects. One, the endemic nature of this particular offense, which every once in a while raises its ugly head, and all of us then in fact consider as to what is it that we have to do to prevent it, but somehow these incidents yet recur. So why is it that these incidents are recurring is something we have to see. But the larger issue would be in cases like these, when an already serious case becomes worse, the manner in which there are political overtones to the entire exercise. In that event, our attention has necessarily to be on the latter aspect more than the first aspect, because that compromises the legal system as such. So I think as far as our concern is concerned, as far as the matter is there, the matter will go in terms of whatever the procedure is prescribed. But as far as the national interest is concerned, the national interest will actually be divided both on the recurrence of this particular recurrence of these particular offences, and also the manner in which this specific offence actually took place.
Mr. Lekhi, appreciate you took out the time, sir, and spoke with us. Thank you so much for those valuable insights. All right, at this point in time, Shamshavish Rain, lawyer, also joins us on the broadcast. Dr. Kia Gupta, Senior Medical Officer, Department of Gastroenterology, Tagore Hospital, also with us on the show. Shamshavish, I'll begin with you. Your first thoughts on what's transpired here. Obviously, justice has been served, but has it been served with the right amount of dash and the right amount of certainty that this person deserves to go to jail?
Yes, of course. Honorable Court has, of course, seen all the documents, have gone through the complete case, and then they have given a judgment wherein they think that this person should go behind the bars. So this is a wonderful thing, and I am happy that within a very short period of time we have a judgment out. As of for now we are waiting for the time period that whether this person would be given a death or life imprisonment in this matter. So that is something that we all are waiting for. So if in case the court thinks that the case falls under the rarest of rare case, so then the death would be given, or else it would be a life imprisonment, since it is not only rape, it is a murder as well. So in case it is death, so then the confirmation would go to the High Court. High Court would be confirming it, and then the accused has a right to go to the Supreme Court and then to the President of India. So that's again a very long process. It takes years in that. If in case the court feels like to hear the matter soon and then give a judgment soon, it's on them. Otherwise, like in Nirbhaya gang rape also, wherein the court saw that the case falls under the rarest of rare case, wherein the body was brutally damaged. So it took around 8-9 years for the President of India to also confirm that the death should be there. So let's see how the court finds the matter, whether this matter is under rarest of rare case or a normal murder under rape case. But yes, looking at the circumstances that what happened here in India, that there was a lot of hue and cry, and everyone were out on road that how could this kind of a situation happen. So in order to curb that such kind of a similar thing does not happen again, that if in case the court gives them only life and not death, so the court might give death, but then the court, if the honorable High Court or the Supreme Court thinks that the case does not falls under rarest of rare case, it's on them. They can actually convert it to a life imprisonment, so that the people do not come back out on road and become angry for giving only life imprisonment. But also at the same time, justice is also served, because these judgments are where a landmark judgment has been passed, wherein because of these kind of judgments, different matters also get get affected. So let's see how things court actually looks into.
All right, Dranik, my colleague, also joins us at this point in time. Dranik, अगर आप मेरी बात सुन पा रहे हैं? Dranik, 160 पेज का जजमेंट है जिसमें जज ने इस वर्डिक्ट के साथ साथ ये भी कहा है कि पुलिस और अस्पताल की जो अथॉरिटीज़ हैं, जो शासन है, उनकी जो गलती है उसको लेकर भी एविडेंस सामने आया है, जिसकी वजह से काफ़ी कन्फ्यूजन हुआ, काफ़ी आलोचना हुई। पर अब ये मामला एक सेटलमेंट की तरफ जा रहा है, एक वर्डिक्ट की तरफ जा रहा है। आप क्या बता सकते हैं हमें?
हाँ, एकदम ही देखिए, शियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से आज जो फैसला सुनाया गया है, उस फैसला में 162 पेज का जो फैसला है, उस फैसला में शियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर सीबीआई का जो जांच है, उस जांच पे जो निकला है, उस जो एविडेंस निकला था उसको लेकर भी जिक्र किया है। और ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो चीज़ है कि पहला दिन से जो सवाल आ रहा था कि कोलकाता पुलिस का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन था, क्या वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन सही था? क्या वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन को देखते हुए वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में या तो कोलकाता पुलिस की तरफ से हो या हायर ऑफिशियल्स की तरफ से किसी भी तरीके से ये एविडेंस को टेम्पर किया गया था, उसको लेकर भी आज ये फैसला में कहा गया है कि एविडेंस को बहुत सारे हेरफेर किया गया है। जैसे कि सीबीआई ने जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में सामने आया है। दूसरी तरफ अगर देखा जाए तो संजय रॉय को आज जब कोर्ट में पेश किया गया था, जब उनके सामने फैसला सुनाया जा रहा था, ठीक उसी टाइम पर संजय ने रो पड़ा है। और जैसे कि संजय रॉय को जब फैसला सुनाया जा रहा था, वो तब चिल्ला के बोलने लगा था कि मैं दोषी नहीं हूं। और एकदम आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर जिस तरीके से पहले दिन से संजय रॉय के ऊपर नजर था, और आज भी संजय रॉय ने कोर्ट रूम के अंदर में बताया है कि मैं दोषी नहीं हूं। मगर दूसरी तरफ जो जस्टिस है, जस्टिस की तरफ से एकदम स्पष्ट कर दिया गया है कि संजय रॉय ही दोषी है। जो एविडेंस मिला है, वो एविडेंस के आधार पर संजय रॉय दोषी है और संजय रॉय के खिलाफ में 3 धारा में संजय रॉय को दोषी ठहराया गया है, ऐसा शियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से कहा गया है। शियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से 3 धाराएं लगाया गया है। सेक्शन 64 यानी रेप का चार्जेस लगाया गया है। सेक्शन 66 डेथ आफ्टर रेप इसका धारा लगाया गया है। और उसके साथ साथ ही 103(1) जो मर्डर का धारा है वो लगाया गया है। भारतीय नागरिक न्याय संहिता का BNS का जो ये धारा है, ये 3 धाराएं लगाया गया है। दूसरी तरफ अगर देखा जाए तो संजय रॉय का ये जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन, सीबीआई ने जिस तरीके से इन्वेस्टिगेशन को आगे लेके जाया है, इसको लेकर 162 पेज का ये जो फैसला में बहुत सारे जगह में जिक्र भी किया गया है कि कोलकाता पुलिस की तरफ से सही तरीके से इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं किया गया था। इस तरीके का जो बात ये वो भी कहा गया था। और फिलहाल मैं एक बार कोशिश करूंगा आपको दिखाने के लिए कि शियालदा कोर्ट के सामने ठीक जो तस्वीर आपको दिखाने का कोशिश करूंगा, जिस जगह में कुछ देर पहले ही संजय रॉय को दोषी ठहराया गया है। एकदम शियालदा कोर्ट के बाहर का तस्वीर अगर आप देखेंगे तो एक तरफ पुलिस की तरफ से पूरा बैरिकेडिंग किया गया है, पुलिस की तरफ से पूरा जो एरिया को घेर लिया गया है। पुलिस किसी भी तरीके से ये जगह को छोड़ने के लिए राजी नहीं था। कुछ देर पहले संजय रॉय को कोर्ट रूम से बाहर लेके आया गया है, कोर्ट रूम से उनको जेल के तरफ ले जाया गया है। पुलिस का पूरा जो कॉन्वॉय करके उनको ले जाया गया है और पूरा जो सिक्योरिटी मेजरमेंट वो रखा गया है। पूरा फिलहाल जो इस एरिया को पूरा घेर के रखा गया है। और जो कोर्ट की तरफ से जो फैसला सुनाया गया है उसको लेकर भी बहुत सारे लोगों के मन में बहुत सारे सवाल है। क्योंकि एक तरफ लोगों के मन में सवाल है, क्या संजय रॉय अकेला बंदा है कि ये पूरा जुर्म को अंजाम देने पर? क्या सीबीआई का इन्वेस्टिगेशन में जैसे संदीप घोष और अभिजीत मंडल को गिरफ्तार किया गया था, क्यों उनके खिलाफ में कोई चार्जशीट पेश नहीं किया गया? इस तरीके का सवाल भी बहुत सारे लोगों के मन में है। और वो सवाल लेकर ही अभी शियालदा कोर्ट में बहुत सारे लोग आए हैं। शियालदा कोर्ट में अभी जो फैसला सुनाया गया है, दोषी जिस तरीके से ठहराया गया है, उसको नजर रखते हुए सबका नजर इसी ऊपर था कि संजय रॉय क्या अकेला बंदा है। अभी जो 162 पेज का जो फैसला सुनाया गया है, वो फैसला में और कौन से दिख है उसके ऊपर भी नजर रखना पड़ेगा।
ऑलराइट, चलिए लेट्स also bring in Dr. Kiya Gupta, Senior Medical Officer at the Department of Gastro and Tagore Hospital. Dr. Gupta, if you can hear me, thank you for joining us. Dr. Kia Gupta, your first reactions post this verdict?
We are not satisfied, not the doctor community, neither the people of Calcutta. Because like someone was saying, the brutal murder of Nirbhaya, Abhaya was also very brutally murdered. 27 injury marks. Instead of tears coming out of her eyes, blood came out, which means a tremendous amount of pressure was put on her trachea to stifle her. Okay, and all this done by one thin Sanjay Rai, whereas Abhaya was quite a healthy girl of 31 years of age. So altogether, we are not convinced, and we don't know.
What was your expectation, ma'am? What was your expectation?
No, we expected there. We expected, because you see, he's just a civic volunteer, and we had seen the amount, the extent, the authorities went to cover up the whole crime. They shifted the crime scenario, they brought it to the seminar room when the crime was, as per CBI's own commitment, the crime was not committed there overall. And then that room too, that seminar room, there were attempts to break that up. All this has created quite some doubt in our minds and quite a lot of disparities. So you understand, just to cover up a civic volunteer. I mean, this is kind of very, very absurd at this point of time to us. But anyway, he might have been there, obviously. I'm not casting any doubt on the Honorable Court, but we are not satisfied with the investigation. We are not satisfied with what the result has come out. And perhaps the court is bound by what has been placed in front of it, but we as the people and the doctor community, we don't think justice has been delivered properly.
Okay, all right. Well, the court says that the BNS sections 64, 66, 103/1 have been framed against the accused. There is a complaint against the accused that he went to Arjikar Medical College and Hospital and went to the seminar room, assaulted and murdered the lady doctor. And this is the case that has been made against the accused. Sambhav Sharma, my colleague, is joining us live at this point in time to give us the latest updates. Sambhav?
And now that the verdict is out, and Sanjay Roy has been convicted by a sessions court in Kolkata, that is the Sialdah court. And the quantum of punishment is to be given by the Sialdah court on Monday. Things are quite clear now. Sanjay Roy is a convict as per the law of the land. And also the way this, the whole case, this Arjikar rape and murder case has gained the momentum, especially after the Supreme Court's intervention, when the Supreme Court has taken a suo moto cognizance of the matter. On 18th of August, the Central Bureau of Investigation investigated the matter. Asked, there were 50 or more than 50 people who were questioned, who were grilled, and finally, the CBI had filed the charge sheet, and the court had reserved the verdict in this matter on January 18th, and now on January. On January 8th, the court has reserved the judgment. On January 18th, the court has finally pronounced the judgment. Now it is to be seen what legal remedies Sanjay Roy seeks next. Is he going for the High Court, or will he come to the Supreme Court? And what happens next? It is to be seen in this matter.
All right, Sambhav, thank you for that. In fact, it's a big day in this case today. I'm going to go up to the big screen and in fact try and explain what exactly are some of the charges that have been used and framed against Sanjay Roy, and why was he found guilty, and why is it important to understand that Section 64 talks about punishment for rape. It's rigorous imprisonment for not less than 10 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life and shall also be liable to fine, and it's a non-bailable offence. Sanjay Roy has been proven guilty. The punishment for causing death or resulting in permanent vegetative state of the victim, rigorous imprisonment is what that attracts for not less than 20 years, for which it may be extended to imprisonment for life, and again it's non-bailable. The possibility of parole or any other leeway is very, very minimal. The section 103 of the BNS is also, of course, talking about murder here, which exactly did happen in this case. Whoever commits murder shall be punished with death or imprisonment for life and shall also be liable to a fine. So we really don't know what the pronouncement is going to be on Monday, but by the looks of it and the sections that we have read out so far, it is very, very evident, it's very clear that this is a case which does attract all of these three, because obviously this was a gruesome rape followed by a gruesome murder at that, and there was an entire machinery which initially collapsed in trying to figure out what really happened. Mr. Siddharth Luthra, senior advocate, is joining us on the broadcast to give his take on this. Mr. Luthra, I hope you can hear me, sir. Thank you for joining us and speaking with NewsX. Your initial reactions to the verdict in this case. Of course, the quantum of punishment is going to be coming forth on Monday at 12:30 p.m.
Right. So just to tell you, this is the first stage of any conviction process where the conviction has happened, as you have informed your viewers, that it's happened for specific offences for which he was charged. The sentencing is the second aspect, and that is yet to be determined. That's based on the individual circumstances and the circumstances of the crime, both. So that exercise is yet to take place. Of course, we must keep in mind that despite this being the conviction today, he has the right of appeal to the High Court, and thereafter a possible challenge in the Supreme Court, depending on what the outcome in the High Court is. So the only thing which we have to note is that this is one of those trials which has taken place at fairly fast speed, and for that we must acknowledge the fact that there has been the court has acted with expedition, as it should act in every case, not just high-profile cases, as also the fact that there has been an effective prosecution. Though I understand that the trial court judges passed some observations regarding the investigation, as also the conduct of the superintendent and the other establishment members of the hospital. So that's my take on it.
And Mr. Luthra, this is also an important case. When I say important, I meant in terms of the kind of pressures that were seen politically as well as socially in making sure that justice is served. How do you react to that?
So I'll tell you what, it works both ways. In this case, there are pressures which have, political and social pressures which have worked in a certain way, and there is a conviction. But we must also keep in mind that there is, to every accused, however heinous the crime may be, there is a presumption of innocence at the beginning of the trial. Today, of course, that presumption has been rebutted by a conviction, but that is always the presumption. And therefore, I always say this, that we should not, our system should reach a level of fairness where we do not need extraneous pressures to ensure that the cause of justice is served.
Mr. Luthra, how does this create a deterrent for future transgressors when it comes to rape and murder? There have been such gruesome crimes in the past as well. They really haven't deterred people from committing such crimes, and of course the lengthiness of the justice system has also contributed towards the apathy in the system. Do you think that this was an expeditious decision, and perhaps the delay that we see in most cases was not found in this one?
Yes, of course, this was an expeditious decision, and there was no delay. In fact, I will tell you, let's go back to the Nirbhaya trial. In the Nirbhaya trial, you know what happened. Matter went to the Supreme Court, and in 2017, the 2012 incident culminated in 2017 with an affirmation of the death sentence by the Supreme Court. Having said that, eventually, we must understand our social structures are such that crime is going to happen in any society. It's not just about India, but anywhere in the world. What we have to work at is at effective, preventive, scientific policing. Till that happens, you will not be able to reduce the amount of crime. Crime cannot be extinguished. That is unfortunately one aberrant part of human nature. But we must work at through education. If you look at the Nirbhaya case, Justice Bhanumati's opinion, she said, look, you have to start counseling and educating children from school so that you sensitize them to what is ethically correct, what is not, what is legally correct, what is not. We are not doing that as a society. That has to begin at school and as also at the home. And once we do that exercise and we have effective preventive policing, we have effective investigation, you will ensure that crimes don't happen. The third part you already addressed, that there should be effective prosecution, expeditious prosecutions in a Nirbhay case or an RG car are those exceptional cases where prosecutions have happened at, if I may say, breakneck speed, which should be the normal course in all such cases.
Mr. Luthra, what happens now? Of course, we all know there is a chronology of appeals that is going to be followed through. Is that also a dampener in such cases? Because obviously, all of these appeals do take an exhaustive amount of time.
So again, there is a divergence on that because, as I said, Nirbhay happened between 12 to 17, everything was over. Similarly, this case, you had a trial which has gone very expeditious. The Code of Criminal Procedure, the BNSS as it's now restructured, talks about a day-to-day trial. We have to achieve that ideal. There's only Kerala which does it, other states don't have it, but we have to achieve that ideal, number one. Number two, there is first going to be a sentencing process. Only once the sentencing process is clear will we move to the next stage, which is the appellate process. So till the sentencing is done, which should be done shortly whenever the court determines it, thereafter, if the sentence is not to the satisfaction of the prosecution of the victims, there will be a challenge. If it is to their satisfaction, let us say it's the maximum sentence, then there will be no challenge by the state, but the accused definitely has a right to a challenge. In the event of a death sentence, there will be a reference made and the High Court will have to decide, two judges of the High Court will have to decide whether it's a fit case for death or not, or life, or even if the conviction is valid. So that's an exercise which is yet to take place, and that exercise should take place at the sentence at the High Court level. After the High Court, depending on the outcome, there is a challenge by way of an SLP which is not an appeal. But if there is merit, if either of the parties can point out that there is a flaw in the High Court decision or in the trial court decision which has not been corrected by the High Court, then you can have a special petition which will then become an appeal. So that is the legal position.
Mr. Luthra, appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. All right, some breaking news coming in. Well, the victim's father broke down in tears after hearing the verdict. He said to the court that they have given full credit to the trust that was placed in them. And obviously, this is a sensitive matter for any father, any family member who have been obviously tormented by the proceedings in this case as well. Dr. Kiya Gupta is still with us on the program. Dr. Kiya Gupta, well, your last thought to me was that you were not pleased with the outcome of the case and the verdict, but the quantum, ma'am, is going to be decided on Monday, and I've already highlighted on the big screen as to where this quantum could go. What aspect of this are you dissatisfied with, ma'am?
I think Sanjay Rai is a culprit and he should be punished. But it was not his job alone. The quantum of the crime shows there were others involved.
So are you saying that he's being made a scapegoat?
No, not exactly a scapegoat. I think he was there. Just one of them. He's just one of them, the one with the least amount of power wielding capacity. There are others, I think, who are involved who were big enough to cover themselves up, to cover their tracks up. And the whole of West Bengal is not satisfied because we expected some other very important people to be taken into custody, if not for the crime, for covering up of the evidence which we all saw. So, as a matter of fact, I think that portion has not been dealt with. And in a way, we are also a bit confused how that man can give 27 stab injuries and other kind of injuries to the girl, along with raping her, though they did not find conclusive evidence of rape, and strangling her all at once without any other associates in the crime. So we think, at least a lot of us think, and mainly the doctor community think, that partial judgment has been given. We did not get the full judgment.
Let me open Tanuj Dixit. Tanuj, do you think that there was scope for more parties to be implicated in this entire episode?
See, we have a question left over here that there were the semen report which was telling that 150 grams of semen have been found under the victim's postmortem. So I think, I don't know, but being an advocate, I understand this semen could not be of a single person. Still, that the Sialda Session Court judge Anirban Das is already delivered the judgment today, but he have convicted Sanjay Roy, but he will pronounce his judgment on Monday. See, after 162 days and after the duty of a PGT intern was found brutally raped and murdered on the hospital premises, it was such a thing which, like, after it took over a case from Kolkata police on August 13, the central agency recorded the statement of the more than 120 witnesses during the 66-day in the camera trial, and the CBI counsel relied heavily in the biological evidence, DNA samples, viscera and toxicology reports as well. Apart from the beyond this Lloyd voice analysis to establish the Roy as the perpetrator of the crime. But I personally think that there might be more people who get involved on all those things. But I don't know, because see, we have a statement from the victim's father. He said that there were bitten on his daughter neck, but a swab was not collected from there. In the post-mortem report, there was no concrete evidence. CBI is not trying much. There is someone involved in this. This is the statement of the victim's father. In DNA report, it can be seen that the 4 men and the 2 women were present there. We want all the people involved this to be punished, but there is only a single person who is getting this judgment today. So it's really a big question that the culprit has been definitely getting punished by the court, but still there are what about those other people which are not?
Well, at this point in time, Dr. D.R. Rai, former Secretary General of the IMA, also joins us on the show. Dr. Rai, appreciate you taking out the time, sir, and speaking with us at such short notice. Sir, your first impressions of what's transpired in this Sialda court?
Through the report, whatever has come over there, but whatever has happened at RG Medical College about 6 months back, we are well acquainted with that, and we have been debating on the TV also about that case. Because
so could you please turn your camera on, sir? Could you please turn your camera on, sir? I cannot see you.
Okay.
Go on, sir.
Okay.
Go on, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry. As far as the today's judgment or whatever the report has come, it has not come in our notice at present. But whatever happened at RG Medical College about few months back, and there was a lot of halla gulla in Bengal, in Kolkata, and all over the country, because Indian Medical Association also joined in that way, and all the junior doctors, because the thing with the first reports were coming very, very disturbing and very misleading, I will say. Only one person was labeled that he's the Sanjay Rai is the only person who is the culprit. But I don't think, I'm not challenging the court's judgment at all. Again, I'm using the word, and I don't have any right to challenge the court. But whatever we have seen and whatever we have heard at that time, it's not possible only one person will be there. There must be few persons who are involved in that. And until unless the report is not there, it's very difficult to say. But anyway, if the justice should be done, and the person, our young doctor who was expired, who was brutally killed and raped, it was a very, very shameful act on the society also and on the medical fraternity. So anyway, we appreciate to the court, but let us see the complete report. How many other persons have been specified that they are also culprit? Only one name is coming, that is Sanjay Rai. The rest I don't know, so I am not in the position to comment at all.
So you very rightly said that the medical community was also concerned about this particular crime. Do you think that this verdict now, of which the quantum is going to be pronounced on Monday, also serves as some sort of a closure to those apprehensions?
I don't think it will be closer, but as a medical fraternity, we have been asking to the central government and even all the state governments also, the proper protection should be provided to the doctors. And doctors are round the clock, they are serving the humanity in very, very odd conditions also. If they are being assaulted or they are I mean, they have been abused or manhandled, whatever is the word. It's very, very unfortunate on the part of the society also. For that, we are asking the central law also. We are asking the total protection should be provided at the emergency levels or at the hospital levels, so that no goons can come inside and assault the doctors. So our demand is still there. Well, if the court is giving judgment, we will welcome. We are going to welcome that also, and they have labelled it. But still, the demand of Indian medical associations are there. We want to serve the community, to the fraternity, to the community and public at large with a confidence in a cordial manner. So we want the protection.
All right, sir. Appreciate you joining us. Well, on that note, we're going to continue our coverage of this important verdict. But right now, it's time for a short break. Be right back.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के कुशल नेतृत्व में महाकुंभ 2025 में सनातन पताका लहराने के लिए तैयार है उत्तर प्रदेश। उच्च कोटि के प्रबंधन वाले मानवता के इस अमूर्त धरोहर से साधु संतों के साथ ही कल्पवासी भी पुण्य के भागी बनेंगे। कल्पवास अर्थात एक माह तक संगम तट पर डेरा डालकर वेदों का अध्ययन और ध्यान पूजा, जो पौष मास के 11वें दिन से प्रारंभ होकर माघ माह के 12वें दिन तक चलती है। श्वेत व पीतांबरधारी कल्पवासियों के दर्शन, संगम में डुबकी और पूज्य साधु संतों के आशीर्वाद का पुण्य प्रसाद प्रयागराज महाकुंभ में बंट रहा हो तो चहुं ओर एक ही जयकार गुंजायमान है। सनातन गर्व महाकुंभ पर्व, महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV इंडिया न्यूज और NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीक से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे वो चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
कल करे सो आज कर, रिटायरमेंट अपनी प्लान कर, NPS में इन्वेस्ट कर, छोटे छोटे इन्वेस्टमेंट से कर तू शुरुआत, बड़े कॉर्पस अमाउंट की मिलेगी सौगात।
हाँ, कल भी रहे आज के ठाट, पाओ पेंशन 70 हो या 60, चलती रहे लाइफ की पारी। NPS जरूरी है, हाँ करनी है तैयारी, NPS जरूरी है।
प्रदेश की धरती वीरों से भरी है। सरहद पर देश की सीमा की सुरक्षा करते हुए जान न्यौछावर करने वाले यूपी के बहादुरों का लंबा इतिहास है। उत्तर प्रदेश की योगी सरकार बॉर्डर पर शहीद होने वाले प्रदेश के वीर सपूतों के परिवारों की सुध ले रही है।
अपने प्राणों की आहुति देने वाले सैनिकों के परिजनों को 50 लाख रुपए की अनुग्रह राशि।
2018 में मुख्यमंत्री योगी ने जारी किया शासनादेश। शौर्यपूर्ण पराक्रम दिखाते हुए सर्वोच्च बलिदान करने वालों के परिवार को मदद, शहीद सैनिकों के आश्रितों को सरकारी नौकरी, शहीद के छोटे बच्चों की पढ़ाई लिखाई का खर्च उठाएगी सरकार। सेना अर्धसैनिक बलों के शहीद के आश्रितों को आर्थिक मदद दोगुना। शहीद की पत्नी आश्रितों को अब 50 लाख रुपए आर्थिक मदद, पत्नी और बच्चों को 35 लाख रुपए, माता पिता को 15 लाख रुपए। उत्तर प्रदेश के अर्धसैन्य बलों और सेना के शहीदों के लिए योगी सरकार के फैसलों से न सिर्फ अधिकारियों और कर्मचारियों का मनोबल बढ़ा है, बल्कि शहीदों के आश्रितों को संबल भी प्राप्त हो रहा है।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के कुशल नेतृत्व में महाकुंभ 2025 में सनातन पताका लहराने के लिए तैयार है उत्तर प्रदेश। उच्च कोटि के प्रबंधन वाले मानवता के इस अमूर्त धरोहर से साधु संतों के साथ ही कल्पवासी भी पुण्य के भागी बनेंगे। कल्पवास अर्थात एक माह तक संगम तट पर डेरा डालकर वेदों का अध्ययन और ध्यान पूजा, जो पौष मास के 11वें दिन से प्रारंभ होकर माघ माह के 12वें दिन तक चलती है। श्वेत व पीतांबरधारी कल्पवासियों के दर्शन, संगम में डुबकी और पूज्य साधु संतों के आशीर्वाद का पुण्य प्रसाद प्रयागराज महाकुंभ में बंट रहा हो तो चहुं ओर एक ही जयकार गुंजायमान है। सनातन गर्व, महाकुंभ पर्व, महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV इंडिया न्यूज और NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीक से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे वो चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
कल करे सो आज कर, रिटायरमेंट अपनी प्लान कर, NPS में इन्वेस्ट कर, छोटे छोटे इन्वेस्टमेंट से कर तू शुरुआत, बड़े कॉर्पस अमाउंट की मिलेगी सौगात।
हाँ कल भी रहे आज के ठाट, पाओ पेंशन 70 हो या 60, चलती रहे लाइफ की पारी NPS जरूरी है, हाँ करनी है तैयारी NPS जरूरी है।
Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has now said that the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal is expected to begin as originally scheduled after hours of uncertainty over the timing of the final cabinet approval of the deal. As per the statement, the pending approval by the Security Cabinet and the government and the agreement taking effect, the release of the hostages will be implemented according to the planned framework in which the hostages are expected to be released on Sunday. Now, during a 42-day first phase, Hamas will release 33 hostages and Israel will release between 900 and 1,650 Palestinian detainees, including all of those detained since 7th of October 2023. How is the Middle East going to look like once the war ends? And more importantly, the lives of a number of hostages who are still alive and in the capture of Hamas will be saved now that the deal has come through. Let's start our conversation. Joining me on the telecast is Ambassador Baswati Mukherjee. And Ambassador Mukherjee, how do you view this deal that has finally been struck from the aspect of the number of people, the families, the relatives, the friends who had been uncertain about when their family members are going to be released? Several of them have been in fact dead. There is at this point of time no indication of how many people are still with Hamas in their capture. The fact that there is going to be finally a sigh of relief that the hostages are going to be released, they are going to go home after almost a year.
I think, Megha, this is a time for great celebration in Israel that the 33 hostages are being released. Many of them women, I'm told. Let's not forget the horrific way in which they were kidnapped, the women were raped, assaulted. We don't know in what conditions they've been kept for so long, but I am informed by my friends in the armed forces, and I'm sure General Kocher would have more to say on that, that when you are in such a situation for a long time, it has a permanent imprint on your mental health, and it can take you months to recover from such a terrible experience. We don't know that when they were in captivity, was violence perpetrated, particularly on the women? Were they kept in tunnels? Were they kept in darkness? What kind of human rights violations were inflicted upon them, etc.? So, from every perspective, and I see daily these clippings of these poor families begging Netanyahu and his government to do something to release their loved ones. So, I think from their perspective, I very much rejoice. Similarly, I am very happy that a large number of Palestinians are going back home. I hope that this release would result in a new atmosphere of understanding of each other, even though it looks very difficult right now. A shared recognition that this land belongs to both, and that if they want to live, they have to live in peace and harmony with each other. There is no other solution to the present impasse between Israel and the Palestinians. Both have to understand that they are there to stay. Geography cannot be changed. History cannot be changed. They have to learn to live with each other. I don't know whether in my generation, Megha, that will happen. But if there is to be any peace in this area, it has to be based on this understanding. And one step to this understanding is for Hamas to release these Israeli hostages, because we must not forget that it was Hamas who started this entire confrontation. And I really wonder whether Hamas, in its internal reflections, accepts now that what they did was a huge strategic error. Because despite the horrific revenge by Israel, the fact that Hamas started it is something that cannot be forgotten.
Okay.
And here, the sympathy is there, a huge amount of sympathy for what Israel and Israel's families had to go through because of that. Megha.
Dr. Vail Aved, coming to you now, what are going to be the implications now that there is a possibility, a potential that the war is going to end? The Israeli government has said that they are going to withdraw all their troops from the Gaza Strip. How does this scenario in the Middle East look like? Do you think there is likelihood of normalization, or at least a hint of it in the coming months?
Thank you, Megha. I think it's a truce. It's not a complete agreement that there will be no fighting, because what under tremendous pressure is facing Mr. Netanyahu because of the right-wing coalitions, that Smotrich, the finance minister, is making it very clearly that he wants a guarantee from Netanyahu that phase one of the deal should be completed, and then Israel go back into Gaza and complete the job of a victory and the eliminating of Hamas. And I think Netanyahu understands very well that he will not be able to violate this deal, because the United States, especially President Trump, who had for the first time, he had his special envoy, Steve, among the negotiators on the table, along with Biden administration envoys and Saudis, the Qataris, and the Israelis. And I think all these have given a very strong assurances that this truce will continue till the 62 days, and Israel will definitely withdraw because of two reasons. A, that the Trump administration made it very clear that and gave the ultimatum to Netanyahu to finish before he takes office, and he forced him to do so. And in fact, that's why most of the Israeli media says that it was forced on Netanyahu and it's a victory for Hamas. So this is one of the issues. The second issue, which is more important, that what Netanyahu is trying to woo his coalition partners by telling them that you can have the free hand of resettlement, increase the settlement in West Bank, because President Trump, when he joined office, he will recognize West Bank as a part of eternal Israel. So these are the issues are on the table, and Israel definitely will leave Gaza Strip for the moment, because they have realized that they were unable to kick 2 million people out of Gaza, though they have killed and injured more than 150,000 and 100% internally displaced the total Palestinian, and 85% of the infrastructure is totally destroyed. But still, the Palestinians were not willing to leave their country. So therefore, I think what we are going to witness a second phase of Israeli project in the region. They will take on West Bank.
Patrick, the situation here where there is the Biden administration who's trying to take credit of the ceasefire that at this point of time is going to happen between both the sides. There's a Trump administration who's also speaking about how it has been a significant negotiator in the deal. What does the picture look like when Trump comes to power?
Well, I think one of the statements that was made by somebody senior in the Republican Party is that the truce of the ceasefire, whatever you call it, is it's tenable till the time Hamas does not make this next attack. So I at the same time, if you look at it, it is highly unlikely that there will be any permanent truce or a permanent ceasefire, because then it is almost akin to Hamas declaring that they literally recognize the state of Israel. And at the same time, I think there are hawks within Israel as well, who would not want, the way things are as it is. They would want for something, you may call it a permanent solution. So there are hawks on both sides, but at the same time, I don't want to, create an equivalence between the two entities, because Israel at the end of the day is a state, and it is a responsible state. It has an economy to run. So they have invested, they have spent a lot of money on this war, and now they have to resurrect the economy. But we have to understand that Israel is a country of resettlers. Israel is a country of resettlers, and if a perpetual conflict continues, many would think of exiting that place. So they have to take care of the economy. But at the same time, Hamas, I don't think beyond a point Hamas ever wanted to create a model state out of Gaza. They had enough opportunities. So I think the conflict will come back to the table, probably only it's a matter of few months, maybe a year. And at the same time, if you look at Trump's policy, there is a Middle East policy they have in mind. There are reasons for which even Trump has been okay with Hayat Tahrir al-Sham coming to power in Syria. And I think they will play the proxy in terms of waging the war on Lebanon and Iran. So there are a lot of resettlement, there are a lot of reset of the maps in Middle East that's going to happen. So potential possibility of peace coming to Middle East, I think that's a futile expectation. It's just a momentary pause.
Okay, Major General Rajan Koch, as Awadh was saying, that there has been quite the turmoil that Netanyahu has been facing within his cabinet, as well as the opposition that he has been facing, that has been demanding from the government when the hostages are going to return. Just now, there has been a statement that has been released by the National Security Minister of Netanyahu, saying that he is going to quit if the hostage deal is completed. how is Netanyahu going to deal with these domestic issues, domestic rebellion within his party, as well as wanting to ensure that he continues to remain Prime Minister of the country?
It's a very interesting question because Netanyahu has to do a bit of tightrope walking right now because his internal political machinery is at variance to this deal, and he has got less than 48 hours left. And I believe after about an hour or so, there's going to be a meeting of the security cabinet because that'll be the first step. Because he'll have to take approval of his the security cabinet, and then he'll have to go to his cabinet ministers for the approval. Already, three ministers have expressed a dissociation on this decision. The problem areas which are actually coming, which will need to be fine-tuned in this discussion. One point is about the Philadelphia corridor, which is approximately 14 kilometers. If you remember, Israel Defense Forces had discovered tunneling from Gaza into Egypt. And most of the weapons and ammunition were being smuggled from these areas. So one of the bone of contention is going to be that can a similar situation develop for Israel if Philadelphia corridor is not monitored by the IDF. So that would be one point on the table, I think. The second point on the table would be that do we agree to all the three phases of the ceasefire? Because right now, it's extremely important that the phase 1 gets through, and phase 2 and phase 3 may not be in consonance with the opinion of the other members of the cabinet. So, does Netanyahu have the mandate to only accept phase 1 of the ceasefire and not accept phase 2 and phase 3?
Okay.
Because it does not seem so, because as far as this agreement is concerned, he has done the agreement for all the three phases because it's a package. So he has accepted this. So most importantly, I feel that for the time being, this ceasefire will be prevailed upon. It will be accepted. And on the 20th of January, when Trump comes into place, I think further fine tuning of the phase 2 and phase 3 can also take place. You see, it's not a red line has been drawn right now.
You know, any party could decide to then not fulfill the promise, and that's where the problem lies. Now, Ambassador Mukherjee, again, the question: what is the guarantee that Israel, fulfills its promise of the three-phase deal that it has now signed with Hamas? And the same question for Hamas.
Hamas has agreed in toto to the full deal, and so has Netanyahu. Netanyahu does not have the comfort level of going through one phase and then backing off on phase 2 and 3. What could happen at the cabinet meeting, which is going to be held, as General Kocher says, 1 hour from now, is that he could face a cabinet revolt and his government could collapse. That could happen. In which case there would be no deal because there would be a caretaker government. You cannot rule that out. You cannot rule out that his government will collapse between phase 1 and phase 2. Because for Netanyahu, his continuation depended on the continuation of the war. That is the irony of the entire situation. Once there is peace and there are general elections in Israel, the possibility is that he may lose those elections. So now, in the peace deal itself, he may lose power. So he is under tremendous pressure from both sides, from the Americans and the Qataris negotiators, that the Hamas has signed on to 3, he has signed on to 3. Then in the peace deal, signed, sealed and signed, you can't do phase 1 and back off as a responsible state. You have to go through unless your government collapses. In my opinion, his government will not collapse. There are some extreme rightists who are threatened to quit, and they will quit after this government. But if the moderates support him outside, he would be able to go through with the deal. And I do believe that it is extremely provocative also of Iran to call this deal as surrender of Israel. These are the kind of provocative statements that actually make the situation far more difficult for any Israeli Prime Minister to go through phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 of the deal. But he will have to go through with it because, as my co-panelists have said, Israel needs the peace also for its economic reconstruction. And Gaza desperately needs the peace to rebuild.
Okay, all right. Dr. Vela, but an important question comes to mind, that it's been months together that there were negotiation talks that were happening, but they were just falling apart. So what has happened in the last 1 week? There was the Mossad director who was sent to Qatar. There were United States and other European allies, envoys who were also in Qatar. There was the Hamas representatives who arrived in Qatar as well. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, they were all part of the negotiations. So what has happened in the last 1 week that allowed for this deal?
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के मार्गदर्शन एवं मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के कुशल प्रबंधन से महाकुंभ 2025 अब तक का सबसे भव्य, दिव्य, हरित और सुरक्षित आयोजन होगा। 13 जनवरी अर्थात पौष पूर्णिमा को अमृत स्नान से महाकुंभ 2025 का विधिवत शंखनाद होगा। 26 फरवरी को महाशिवरात्रि पर अमृत स्नान तक कुल 6 प्रमुख स्नान होंगे। सदियों से चले आ रहे अमृत स्नान में सभी 13 अखाड़े शामिल होंगे। सोने चांदी की पालकी एवं हाथी घोड़े पर सवार साधु संत आध्यात्मिक शक्ति तथा वैभव का प्रदर्शन करते हुए अमृत स्नान करेंगे। मान्यता है कि शुभ मुहूर्त में डुबकी लगाने से अमरता का वरदान मिलता है। पुण्य और अमृतत्व की इसी अभिलाषा को हृदय में समेटे प्रयागराज महाकुंभ में पहुंचने वाले श्रद्धालुओं एवं तीर्थ यात्रियों के स्वागत के लिए तत्पर है महाकुंभ मेला स्थल।
सनातन गर्व महाकुंभ पर्व महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
Welcome back. Well, a Sessions Court in Kolkata has held main accused Sanjay Roy as guilty in the Arjikar rape murder case. The sentencing hearing will take place on Monday. At the hearing, accused Roy claimed his innocence and stated that he was not involved in this incident. The court held Roy guilty of rape and murder of the trainee doctor. The court relied on forensic reports which pointed to the involvement of Roy in the incident, placing his DNA at the scene and on the person of the deceased doctor. Sessions Judge Anirban Das stated that the maximum possible sentence for Roy would be the death penalty, while the minimum possible sentence would be life imprisonment. The case first began with the investigation of Kolkata police. After several escalating protests, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee gave Kolkata police a 7-day deadline, after which the case was to be transferred to the CBI. The case was later handed over to the CBI by the Kolkata High Court. And the CBI, during the entire phase of the investigation, filed one charge sheet in which it identified Sanjay Roy as the sole prime accused in the rape and murder case. Well, we're going to talk about this with our guests. Joining us on the show is Asha Devi, Nirbhaya's mother. Brinda Adige, activist, is also with us on the program. Sophia Khan, leader of the TMC in West Bengal, joins us on the show as well. Advocate Ashwini Dubey, advocate on record, Supreme Court, also joins us on the program. Dr. Avra Sen, spokesperson for the BJP in West Bengal, also joining us on the program. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. This is indeed an important day. It's a day, in fact, which a lot of people were waiting for. Of course, let us not forget the victim's family was eager to find out what exactly would be the fate of Sanjay Roy, and he has been found guilty. Asha Devi is with us on the broadcast. Asha ji, हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए आपका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद.
हेलो
आशा जी, अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन पा रही हैं?
जी हाँ, सुन पा रहे.
आशा जी, हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए आपका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. आज एक बड़ा फैसला सुनाया गया है आरजीकर अस्पताल के बलात्कार और मर्डर के मामले में. आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया है इस वर्डिक्ट के बाद?
क्या वर्डिक्ट आई है? हेलो
जी, देखिए, क्वांटम मैडम अभी मंडे को पता लगेगा, पर संजय रॉय जो प्राइम अक्यूज थे उनको दोषी पाया गया है.
जी, तो अभी तो वर्डिक्ट आए तब तो पता चले कि उनको क्या सजा मिल रही है. जिस तरह से उनकी साथ क्राइम हुआ है, तो उस हिसाब से तो जो भी मुजरिम है, एक तो वैसे ही इस केस में बहुत लोग फॉल्स निकल गए, कोई पकड़ा नहीं गया या कौन है किसी का पता नहीं चला. तो कम से कम जो आदमी है, तो जब तक उसको सजा सुनाई नहीं जाएगी तो कैसे बता सकते हैं कि क्या मिलना चाहिए, क्या होना चाहिए. अव्वल तो उसको फांसी की सजा होनी चाहिए.
आशा जी, इस मामले में जो भी कहें, क्वांटम तो सोमवार को पता लगेगा, पर जो फुर्ती दिखाई है कोर्ट ने, क्या आप उससे संतुष्ट हैं?
देखिए, इसको कोई फुर्ती नहीं कह सकते हम. फुर्ती जल्दी है, लेकिन उस परिवार के लिए संतोषजनक नहीं है. इस केस में शुरू से ही इतना प्रॉब्लम हुआ. उसके माँ बाप से भी हम लोगों की कई बार बात हुई, वो लोग इतने परेशान हुए. उनका कहना है कि इस केस में
अच्छा जी, हम आपके पास वापस आएंगे मैम. आपके नेटवर्क को लेकर थोड़ी दिक्कतें आ रही हैं सामने. लेट मी रोप इन Brinda Adige at this point in time. Brinda ji, all right, Brinda ji is not here with us at this point in time. Sophia Khan, leader of the TMC, is joining us on the broadcast. Sophia, thank you for speaking with us. Well, you know, this case is important from a social perspective as well. But, your party, and specifically the Chief Minister of West Bengal, faced a lot of flack initially when this case was unfolding. And of course, Mamata Banerjee did put her foot down and instructed the Kolkata police to take matters very seriously. But yet, the CBI did take charge, but there were a lot of mess-ups in the beginning of this case. Now looking back, how do you see this verdict and this entire episode?
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the judicial system of our country, and also, of course, the people who have protested and demanded against the victim, for the victim's justice. And justice delayed, but it is not denied. We are glad that being a woman of this country, being the woman of, especially a resident of West Bengal, I'm very happy that finally our court system is acting very fast. It's not like Nirbhaya case where we have seen that the justice delayed for almost 10 years. So in this case, at least within a span of 5 to 6 months, we are going to get the justice. Almost 90% of the justice is done, and hopefully within 1 or 2 days, the culprit Sanjay Roy, who is not only accused but the court has already convicted the Sanjay Roy that he is the culprit, and with all the forensic evidences, he is proved to be guilty, and we demand that, or we are keeping our finger crossed that he should be hanged till death. And of course, last but not the least, that we are thankful to our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who has acted in despite conspiracy of opposition, or you can say that lots of flashback, but she has maintained her patience and she helped us to get bill, Aparajita bill, which demanded that any culprit, including the Archikar culprit, he should be hanged, or he should be, any action should be taken as soon as possible within 15 days. So I think this has also worked for the welfare of, all the women and justice. We are happy that finally we are going to get justice, and this will be hopefully this will be just a message to all the girls that yes, we are safe. We were safe in West Bengal, unfortunately, before this incident, but after this incident, after when the accused will be hanged, then again we can say that yes, we are resident of West Bengal and we are again safe. So
all right, Dr. Avra Sen, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, also with us on the program. Dr. Sen, I hope you can hear me. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied with the outcome, and are you satisfied with the way this entire case was handled, by the local administrative machinery?
I would start off by giving a statistics, a data, which is very significant in this context. When it comes to the question of convictions of rape in India as a whole, the conviction rate is 27.4% as per the latest data. But in stark contrast, the situation in West Bengal, when it comes to the question of conviction in cases of rape, it is 5.8%, a paltry 5.8%. You can understand the difference. And we were listening about the greatness of Mamata Banerjee. Yes, she is great indeed. What has she done? She has transferred Vineet Goyal, the then CP of Kolkata Police, to the position of the head of STF. A person who was accused of watching up the investigation is now endowed with the responsibility of catching terrorists in Bengal. This is ludicrousy, to say the least. What has he done about Sandeep Ghosh? Has disciplinary action been taken against him? No, nothing has been done at all. What has been done to the Health Secretary of West Bengal? Has any action been taken by the West Bengal government? No, nothing has been done. What action has been taken against DC Central of Kolkata Police? She was the officer who did a press conference and said that Dr. Abhik Rai, a so-called member of the threat syndicate, was actually a fingerprint expert of the Kolkata Police. What action has been taken against this police officer? Nothing at all. And what action has been taken against the members of the threat syndicate within the doctors community who are active members of Trinamool Congress? Nothing at all. But yet we have to say that Mamata Banerjee is great. And I pity the stand of Trinamool Congress today, because they are saying the Aparajita bill has brought this change. Come on, the Aparajita bill has got nothing to do with this case. The accused are getting the punishments as per BNS. What kind of mockery of justice is happening by TMC? What TMC wanted was, from the very beginning, to make it a case on as per the Kamduni model. If you go back in history and look into the Kamduni case, you'll understand the West Bengal police, CID, had given a charge sheet, and after that, when the accused got capital punishment, they appealed in the higher courts, and then they got acquitted. Such a mockery of investigation. The counsel for the state government was changed 14 times. 14 times, it's not a joke. This is what has happened in Bengal, and they wanted to do the same. But we thank the judiciary, we thank CBI that they came into the entire context and they have turned things around. Sanjay Roy would be punished. I hope he would be getting capital punishment in the due course of time. And the other accused people who have botched up this investigation, who have planted evidences or deleted evidences, will be booked under law. That is what we want. And one more thing, we cannot forget that RG Kor was vandalized. RG Kor was vandalized by TMC goons, and the police under the TMC government did nothing. We cannot undermine the fact that the place of occurrence just opposite to the seminar room, which there is conjecture that might have been the place of occurrence. This place was again broken down by the administration of RG Kor that was headed by Sandeep Ghosh, and no action was taken. So this is the entire scenario. TMC government has been hand in glove with this entire criminality, and they have endorsed this action, and they have brought down severe injustice to the common people of Bengal when they have protested against this. And this cannot go on. The state of women's safety in Bengal has to get better, and Trinamool Congress should get a clear signal that this won't happen again. People will stand against it, the judiciary would stand against it, and the central agencies would put everyone on behind the bars and book everyone who is involved in the crime.
Okay, all right. Brinda Adige, activist, also with us on the program. Brinda ji, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
All right. Well, you know, let us not talk about justice being served at this point in time. Let us talk about, you know, the expeditious manner in which this case has been included. But we know that there are rights that the accused can also exercise, which could defer, delay the matter, as it has done in some of the previous cases in the past as well. Take, for example, Nirbhaya, which can easily be classified as the most talked about, the most important case of rape and murder in our country. What are your thoughts on you know, what's transpired today? Are you ambivalent about what's taken place? Are you having mixed feelings, or do you think that this is a good start, because the turnaround time for this particular case so far has been exemplary?
Yes, I would like to agree with you on the last point. The turnaround time has absolutely been exemplary, which means the state agencies, all responsible to ensure that the culprit, the rapist, is brought to book in a timely manner, has been accomplished. But that said, let us not forget that they have got only one rapist. We know from the Calcutta police's initial investigation, this was supposed to be about 7 or 8 of them based on the forensic evidence of the semen found inside the victim. That said, they have not yet been able to even identify who the other rapists are. But like the previous panelist said, we have neither the court has held the other people who messed up the investigation as well as the place of occurrence of the crime. Now, all of that requires to be pulled up. There should be accountability placed on people who are supposed to have protected that place for the police to come and do their investigation. So we know that the director of that hospital, in fact, supposedly got a better posting until everybody came back to the streets again and made such a big noise that the fellow was transferred. But all said and done, where is the FIR on him? How far has that gone? See, we need to hold the entire group responsible. Having one culprit and saying that now this culprit's judgment is going to be pronounced on so-and-so date is not enough, because that is certainly not bringing the culprits to justice. And there is no closure to the case. But the fact that they have taken just about 5 months to reach this space of having a judgment in place talks a lot about what the judiciary and the police can actually accomplish if they put their mind to it. And that said, let us not forget all the other cases that are still languishing and do not have the kind of public support that this particular case had.
Sophia Khan, would you like to respond to Dr. Avra Sen and some of the points that he's made against your party?
As per Dr. Sen, he is saying that every evidence was trying to be vandalized or so and so. But I would like to ask, if the property was vandalized or the evidence was tampered, then how come CBI has submitted their 45 pages charge sheet where they have all the evidence intact and all the forensic report has all the evidences are there. According to that, the court has convicted Mr. Sanjay Roy, the culprit, that he is the accused. Then I think both the statement are contradictory. Then we should trust our court and CBI. So no more comments.
All right. Dr. Sen, would you like to respond to that?
Am I audible?
Yeah, go on,
Am I
please.
audible?
Yeah.
Yes, I am amused by the lack of information of the TMC spokesperson. She should know, and the entire TMC should know, that the CBI is yet to file supplementary charge sheet. The CBI has already said in the court that the then SHO of Tala
From where
PS
they got the
and
forensic
another
report?
person,
From where they got the
Sandeep
forensic
Ghosh,
report?
who was the principal of Arjikor at that time, they are involved in
Either you don't
capturing
trust court and
evidence.
CBI,
You should know that.
or
TMC should know that. There is a limit to
I
lying.
think you don't
Now, when
trust
Sanjay
court
Roy
or
getting convicted,
CBI.
even on
So
that
better you
juncture, they are lying.
better you ask
See their
CBI
conditions.
if they have tampered
That
the
is my
evidence.
point. They are hand in glove with the entire criminality.
Okay.
If
Okay.
TMC was not hand in glove with the entire criminal act, they wouldn't have had any interest at all in defending the people who are accused
Act
in
was
that case.
delayed just
Why
because
are
of
you doing that?
BJP's halla balls.
Okay,
They
all
were
right. Let me
trying to
also, okay,
control
let's not
the
politicize this matter. All right, let's not politicize this matter. It's a very sensitive matter, both of you. Let me, all right, Dr. Sen, Sophia, just one second. Let us not politicize this matter. It's a very important day. Let me bring in a, legal luminary into this conversation as well. Advocate Ashwini Dubey, advocate on record of Supreme Court, joins us on the program as well. Ashwini, your initial thoughts on this verdict? Of course, the quantum is going to be pronounced on Monday, but so far, if you've missed this conversation, what we are lauding is the expeditious nature of the verdict. We are also lauding that perhaps there were hiccups in the beginning when it came to the processing of information and evidence by agencies, but in a mere 5 months the courts have come up with a verdict of guilty.
Yes, Vineet bhai, it's a very speedy matter, which was the trial began and completed in a time-bound manner. But this case opens many loopholes as well. Vineet bhai, we had debated that how the mob entered inside the hospital in the presence of the police and destroyed the evidence. How there was a delay in lodging the FIR. Still, the Honorable Court has reached to the conclusion that he is guilty. What would be the quantum of punishment that will be pronounced day after tomorrow? And we expect that the Indian judicial system will work in the same manner whenever it will come to any offense against the women and children. But Vineet bhai, at the first instance, the state has failed to discharge its obligatory duties in lodging the FIR. To the parents, when they raised to the police, filed a complaint, then only it was raised. Third, the principal was not suspended. In fact, he was rewarded. The investigation of the college principal was also shoddy. Now, of course, the DNA report has met, the autopsy report. Sanjay Roy has been found guilty, but we expect that the police, which is duty bound to ensure to collect the evidences, because in a criminal law, criminal jurisprudence, each second is very much important. And here, admittedly, there was a delay in collection of evidence, there was a delay in lodging the FIR, and there was a delay in taking into custody the accused. Third thing, the Roshni law was brought, some law was brought by the state government after this offense. And that is only could be possible when the Honorable Supreme Court took cognizance of the matter. And Supreme Court raised a concern about the security of the medical specialists throughout the country. How a medical person or the doctor or a nurse will discharge his duty when inside the hospital campus, he or she will be murdered or killed. Third, Vineet bhai, the CBI investigation. I don't know what has happened to that part, what report has come as of now, which the committee was formed by Honorable Justice Chandrachud. But states are under obligation, not at legal obligation, but the obligatory duty, because they are ruling the state, to ensure that every citizen fearlessly discharges the journalists, the lawyers, the doctors, and or the common people. If they will be attacked, because what has happened when a post-poll violence you see in the state of West Bengal. I'm not referring to that, but NHRC report also said there is a lawlessness. There is no law and order in the state, and that is why this case also is a shining example how the police or the state propagated and stood at some point of time with the accused person. But all thanks to the court. That is also the state where you remember when investigation in Shraddha scam was going on, the courtroom was, the entire court premises was gheraued by the people. So that is why there has to be other officers. Who were the 7,000 people? Who led the mob? Who entered the hospital? That also nation wants to know. As a student of law, me, as a leading journalist of the country, you also want to know how they entered, what kind of evidence was destroyed. Maybe this Sanjay Roy have been found guilty, DNA report, autopsy report has been found. But maybe what other evidences which have been destroyed when the mob entered, we don't know. In a criminal trial, criminal law, criminal evidence, those are necessary. And we hope that the punishment which would be meted out, given to him, would be at least he will be hanged. But that also needed, in keeping in view Nirbhaya's delay, because it took 10 years, that the appellate courts would also act in the same manner and will take a decision within a matter of 3 and 4, so that at least example can be set that whosoever will try to do this kind of offense will meet out to the logical end, and he will not be spared by the legal justice system, legal system. Over to you.
Ashwini, also, what do you think this spells out for the legal ecosystem in our country? Considering the fact that this was a very important case. It was a case which was, of course, etched across headlines throughout the country. But there are going to be legal recourses which are going to be exercised by the accused over here, and appeal after appeal is going to be exploited and explored, again deferring and delaying the matter.
Yes, very rightly you said, Vinit bhai. The use goes along with the abuse and misuse. The exercise will go with the misuse or the exploitation, as rightly said, because we have seen the exploitation in Nirbhaya's case, because 4 accused were there. One was filing the curative petition, other was going to the mercy petition, then one was filing the after rejection of mercy petition, was challenging that mercy petition, and the law says that unless top court or the top authority of the country reaches to the conclusion, and if there are appeals pending, the execution will not take place. The right to appeal, as has been enshrined in our law, is a fundamental right. One can approach, even this Sanjay Roy will also approach to the appellate forum, the Honorable High Court. He has a right to appeal, statutory appeal. How much time Honorable High Court will take? And over a time period, when the media, this matter will not be reported in the media, will it be in the same mode, manner and important for the courts? That is also it is to be looked into. Third, when Honorable High Court will take a decision, then going to the Honorable Supreme Court, how much time Honorable Supreme Court will take in deciding, then review in Honorable Supreme Court, then curative in Honorable Supreme Court, then mercy petition before the President of India. So I think there has to be a law which fixes that these kind of offenses will be decided in this time period. And with the punishment which will be meted out, the final execution of the punishment or the judgment, judgment delivered by the court, what would the quantum of punishment, that should also reach to the person of this country who can understand that RG Kar hospital took place, this incident took place where a 31-year-old medical specialist was killed, brutally raped inside the hospital. Then this kind of things will happen, then one will meet out the same fate. Then only we can deter this kind of offenses. Otherwise the offense hote rahenge. And one more thing, now the court's role is very pivotal in this matter. Very important. How much time they take in deciding the appeal, that is important, so that the perpetrator of this crime, this Sanjay Roy, may take it to the logical. And when I hope that those 7,000 people who entered the hospital, they should also be there. What was the intention behind that will also come in the public. Over to you.
All right. Brindaji, do you agree with Ashwini that, regardless of the outcome here, the fact of the matter is that every case is important, every case serves as a deterrent?
Absolutely important. But again, the matter again comes back to the lack of judicial and police reforms sitting there for decades. Now, what is the problem in bringing those reforms? Because this particular case, if it has come to such a quick space within a quick time, it has reached the space of getting that punishment or the quantum of punishment to be announced. What about the other cases? What stops the system from doing the same? And why is it that the number of other cases who have got capital punishment or life imprisonment, they just get languishing over there, trial date after date, date after date. So nobody is afraid, and so the fear of law has diminished. Now, when fear of law diminishes, knowing that there is no swift punishment, recidivism and committing the crime increases. So say, yeah, somebody is going to file an appeal for me. Yeah, somebody will give Tariq, pay Tariq. Yeah, and we can go on and on about it. There is no closure to a case. And that is why it is important that the reforms that have been talked about are brought into place, for which, of course, budgetary allocations have to be made. But politicians and elected representatives must put their foot down and say that this is something that must be done on a very, very speedy basis. Talking about the 7,000 who went in over there and destroyed the evidence, I do not know how feasible, how practical it is. But from that 7,000, even if we get 100 of them, if the Calcutta police can get through all their CCTV cameras, that would be a very strong message that would go to people to say that politicians may use you, may abuse by giving bribes and money and saying, go as a mob. You are the one who's going to get punished, and that punishment has to be meted out only by you, and nobody is going to excuse you for it. These strong messages are very important to go. Today, the messages that are going is you can get away. You don't have to be afraid of law. So whether it is a BNS or it is an IPC is secondary. What we want to see is efficiency, effectiveness, which means swift, certain punishment. And that protection to prevent things like this happening in institutions that are meant to keep people safe.
All right. Appreciate everybody who joined us on this very important conversation. We have some breaking news coming in now. While stones have been pelted on Arvind Kejriwal's convoy, the Aam Aadmi Party has alleged that Parvesh Verma's supporters were involved in stone pelting in the New Delhi constituency. More information is still awaited, but we are getting to know that stones have been pelted at Arvind Kejriwal's convoy. More information is awaited. Remember that the Delhi elections are about to take place, so Arvind Kejriwal as well as his convoy can be seen in multiple places throughout the capital city, asking for support and announcing their schemes and plans for the upcoming elections for the people of Delhi. More information is still awaited, but so far we know that there has been an attack on Kejriwal's convoy. We are not certain of who's been injured or what's the story as to why it happened, but it was a rally, and those are fresh visuals coming off from that particular update. It seems to be that Arvind Kejriwal is in one of those cars. Let's listen in.
टांग में अपना चोट लगी है।
आप मानते हैं कि आप पार्टी में गुंडा पार्टी अगर वो इस तरीके की हरकतें कर रही है?
देखिए, गाड़ी एक आदमी के ऊपर में, उसके पास में कोई सामान नहीं था, उसके ऊपर में गाड़ी चढ़ाकर दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री जा रहा है, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री आरोपी केजरीवाल। तो इससे बड़ी शर्म की बात क्या होगी?
एक सेकंड।
All right, more information is awaited, but that was Parvesh Singh Verma, in fact, said that Arvind Kejriwal's car ran over someone, whereas the Aam Aadmi Party is saying that it was Arvind Kejriwal who was attacked. Shubh Rana, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to give us more updates about this. Shubh, what more can you tell us?
Yes, definitely. It has been said by Aam Aadmi Party sources that Arvind Kejriwal was attacked during
his road show in his constituency as he was there, to campaign for his Vidhan Sabha elections. Therefore, in the visuals, we can see that a stone has been pelted on his car while he was inside the car. And, on the other hand, the BJP candidate, which is Parvesh Verma, have also claimed that, his BJP workers have been, brutally attacked by the Aam Aadmi Party workers, and he have been rushing to Lady Hardigan hospital. But definitely war of words have been erupting because both the parties have been claiming that their workers have tried to attack them. And in the video of Arvind Kejriwal, we can see that, the protesters are raising the black flags. They have black flags in their hands, and they're pelted on him. And this is not the first time when such incidents have happened in the national capital. But when Delhi Vidhan Sabha elections are round the corner, such thing which is happening, in the national capital when he is campaigning for his constituency, the Aam Aadmi Party sources are alleging that they were the BJP workers who were raising the black flags and who were raising the slogans there. But on the other hand, Parvesh Verma, who is campaigning against Arvind Kejriwal on the same New Delhi seat, he have been saying that one of the BJP Karyakarta have been, brutally hit back by the Aam Aadmi Party workers. So definitely war of words have erupted between both the parties. But, developments are taking place and we are tracking all of them. Yes.
All right, Shubh, appreciate you joining us. We're going to keep a close eye on any information pertaining to that update coming in, but so far there has been allegation and accusations from both the sides that it was them who were attacked. Let's listen it.
है हमारे कार्यकर्ता की, अभी मैं उसको देखने के लिए लेडी हार्डिंग जा रहा हूँ. उसके बाद में मैं आपको एक और वीडियो दिखा रहा हूँ. ये हमारे कार्यकर्ता जो वहाँ पर खड़े हुए थे, इनकी पूरी टांग ये टूटी है. और एक नहीं, एक कार्यकर्ता ये हैं और एक और कार्यकर्ता हैं, उनकी भी टांग में अपना चोट लगी है.
आप मानते हैं कि आप पार्टी भी गुंडा पार्टी अगर वो इस तरीके की हरकतें कर रही है?
देखिए, गाड़ी एक आदमी के ऊपर में, उसके पास में कोई सामान नहीं था, उसके ऊपर में गाड़ी चढ़ाकर दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री जा रहा है, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री आरोपी केजरीवाल. तो इससे बड़ी शर्म की बात क्या होगी? उसकी टांग टूट गई है हमारे कार्यकर्ता की. अभी मैं उसको देखने के लिए लेडी हार्डिंग जा रहा हूँ. उसके बाद में मैं आपको एक और वीडियो दिखा रहा हूँ. ये हमारे कार्यकर्ता जो वहाँ पर खड़े हुए थे, इनकी पूरी टांग ये टूटी है. और एक नहीं, एक कार्यकर्ता ये हैं और एक और कार्यकर्ता हैं, उनकी भी टांग में अपना चोट लगी है.
आप मानते हैं कि आप पार्टी भी गुंडा पार्टी अगर वो इस तरीके की हरकतें कर रही है?
देखिए, गाड़ी एक आदमी के ऊपर में, उसके पास में कोई सामान नहीं था, उसके ऊपर में गाड़ी चढ़ाकर दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री जा रहा है, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री आरोपी केजरीवाल. तो इससे बड़ी शर्म की बात क्या होगी?
All right, Pravesh Singh Verma, in fact, accusing Arvind Kejriwal of running someone over, whereas the Aam Aadmi Party has accused the BJP of tossing stones at Arvind Kejriwal's convoy. It is really not clear as to what really transpired. We're trying to get as much information as possible about how this entire scuffle unfolded. Once again, we're getting to know that Arvind Kejriwal's convoy has been attacked. They say that it was Parvesh Verma's supporters who were responsible for this attack, whereas the BJP and Parvesh continue to say that it was Arvind Kejriwal who ran over one of the BJP workers in the capital city. Shubh, my colleague, is back with us. Shubh, both the parties accusing each other of violence and attacking each other. What's the truth here?
Yes, definitely, because both the parties are in the battle. And, when Arvind Kejriwal was, campaigning for his New Delhi constituency, we can see that in the visuals which have been released, it is clearly visible that a stone have been pelted on Arvind Kejriwal's car. And, the security there have tried their best to evacuate Arvind Kejriwal out from that area, but also the workers which have been there, there have been people who were raising the black flags and they were sloganeering against Arvind Kejriwal. And definitely Parvesh Verma, who is the candidate from BJP from that particular seat, he have been saying that one one of the person who was there in that scenario, he was also rolled out in the car. But this is something which police have to investigate onto. But definitely both the parties are accusing each other. And while when the Delhi Vidhan Sabha elections are around the corner, this is not the first time when attack on Arvind Kejriwal have happened. Previously also when he was campaigning in Janakpuri, similar attack have happened such, at this very particular place. But the accusations are from both the sides, and Aam Aadmi Party have been clearly stating that this is done by the workers, by the BJP workers who are trying to hit back Arvind Kejriwal while he was campaigning for his, New Delhi.
All right, Mr. Somnath Bharti
Vidhan Sabha.
is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Somnath, appreciate you joining us, sir. So, what according to you exactly happened over here? Mr. Pravesh Verma is saying that it was Arvind Kejriwal's car who ran over a BJP worker.
Vermaji, what he has been doing in Delhi in this election, everybody is watching very closely. And that manifests BJP's character. Because BJP is so desperate in this election. I don't know what has happened to them. They have the nation, they have 20 more states. But they are so hell-bent on Delhi as if it has become a war. And they can go to any extent. I don't know, they can opt for any violence also, because police is with them, election commission is with them. And so they are fearlessly opting for anything which is unconstitutional, which is illegal, which is criminal. And that's very unfortunate. Democracy is in danger. If you have such tendencies, and if you exert such, power or pressure, then even officials will not be able to do their duty. It's very unfortunate what has happened.
Right. Mr. Somnath, what do we know about the attack on Arvind Kejriwal's convoy? Can you verify if there has actually been any violence in and around his convoy?
The details, but then even I'm a candidate in my own assembly. I've been seeing that police has been deliberately told. We have reported to the local SHO the attack on me. That also was not investigated. That also was not acted upon. So what I'm saying that police is under tremendous pressure, and I do keep talking to them unofficially, and they keep saying that, sir, please, there's a lot of pressure on us. So what I'm saying that police, election commission, all are on one side. Unfortunately, in this election, Congress also has shown its true color, and they're going to be siding with BJP in this entire election. So let's see. वो कहते हैं ना कि उनके साथ उन्होंने कौरव को चुना है, हमने कृष्ण को चुना है.
Mr. Somnath, appreciate you joining us, sir. Mehndi Garg, my colleague, is also joining us live at this point in time. Mehndi, what do you know about this scuffle? What really has transpired? Shed some clarity.
Well, various allegations are being put up by the Aam Aadmi Party along with BJP. Now we talk about BJP's stand. Then yes, Parvesh Verma on his X platform has also posted one video claiming that the BJP workers have been attacked by the Aam Aadmi Party workers, and he has also claimed that some of the workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party are now admitted to the Lady Hardinge Hospital, and now Parvesh Verma, the candidate from the New Delhi Assembly seat, is also going there to meet those party workers. Yes, the scuffle has happened between the party workers, and it is very clear in the visuals also that the black flags have been shown to one of the cars. Still, the clear visuals are still awaited right now. But yes, the allegations are being put up because Aam Aadmi Party has first of all, accused BJP of targeting Arvind Kejriwal, and the news broke out when Arvind Kejriwal, sources said that Arvind Kejriwal has been attacked, the car has been attacked of Kejriwal by the BJP workers. But now the other angle from the BJP is coming right now, because BJP is claiming Parvesh Verma has officially posted on his X platform about this scuffle, about the violence that has happened there, in which BJP workers have been attacked. More information is awaited right now, but the latest that we are getting is that Parvesh Verma is going to Lady Hardinge Hospital as of now, as claimed by him that some of the party workers have been attacked by the Aam Aadmi Party workers. Yes.
Right, and what about the allegations which have been made by Parvesh that it was Arvind Kejriwal who ran over a BJP worker?
Well, indeed, yes, one of this allegation has also been put by Parvesh Verma that the car of Arvind Kejriwal has hit one of the workers, and also, some of the party workers were showing Arvind Kejriwal black flags, asking for the answers of their questions. And on that note, Kejriwal's car has hit one of the party workers. Yes, these allegations are still coming from Parvesh Verma, from the BJP workers, from BJP side, and this is a very, we can say a huge allegation that has been put on Arvind Kejriwal of hitting one of the workers, and after that now they are claiming that more workers have been attacked in this particular attack. Yes.
Right. What do we know about where Arvind Kejriwal is right now? Are there party workers from either side that are in unstable condition or hospitalized? What do we know about that?
Well, we're talking about these information. So these information are still awaited from the Aam Aadmi Party side, but the BJP is giving the information on time, because Parvesh Verma has also posted on his X platform about the BJP workers being attacked, about them being hospitalized in the Lady Harding Hospital, about Parvesh Verma going to meet those particular workers. So yes, BJP is giving the on-time, information and details right now. But talking about the Aam Aadmi Party side, then yes, the details are still awaited. That what all stand Arvind Kejriwal is going to put in these, serious allegations, we can say that BJP is putting, and what all, where all those workers are of the Aam Aadmi Party that Aam Aadmi Party claims were hurt in this scuffle that happened. Yes, Vinny.
All right, Mehdi, stay with us. In fact, we'll try and get some more reactions, political reactions on the back of this story. Shubh, my colleague, is also with us on the broadcast. Shubh, what have you learned at your end while all of this was going on?
Vineet, if I talk about the Aam Aadmi Party stand, at 5:15, Priyanka Kakkar, who is the Aam Aadmi Party chief spokesperson, is going to address press conference in which she is going to put the stand of Arvind Kejriwal, that how this event has happened and what harm it has been caused to the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal, because definitely in the visuals we can see that Arvind Kejriwal was sitting inside the car, and a stone was pelted on his car. Although the amount of stone, the amount of weight this stone carry is very heavy, and the security officials with Arvind Kejriwal have tried their best to evacuate Arvind Kejriwal. But meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party have been saying that there are some BJP workers who have been brutally hit by this, by the car of Arvind Kejriwal. But definitely they have rushed to the Lady Harding hospital. But this is the matter of investigation, in which police have to take their call. But at 5:15, Priyanka Kakkar is going to, address an important press conference in which she is going to tell the stand of Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal. We need.
All right. Well, we're going to wait till 5:15. Priyanka Kakkar is going to, in fact, address what exactly transpired here. I'm sure that's going to be followed up by a briefing by the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. But both parties claiming that they've been attacked. Mr. Kejriwal has claimed that his convoy was attacked. Parvesh Singh Verma saying that Arvind Kejriwal ran over a BJP worker who is hospitalized, is what we are learning at this point in time. It will be clear as to what really transpired today and what the crux of the matter is. So far, no official word from the Aam Aadmi Party. Parvesh Singh Verma there. In fact, let's listen into that reaction once again. All right, we're going to dip into a short break, but we're going to keep a close eye on these developments. We're going to come back.
कल करे सो आज कर, रिटायरमेंट अपनी प्लान कर, एनपीएस में इन्वेस्ट कर, छोटे छोटे इन्वेस्टमेंट से कर तू शुरुआत, बड़े कॉर्पस अमाउंट की मिलेगी सौगात।
हाँ, कल भी रहे आज के ठाट, पाओ पेंशन 70 हो या 60, चलती रहे करनी है तैयारी, एनपीएस जरूरी है।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV इंडिया न्यूज और NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीक से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे वो चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
करे सो आज कर, रिटायरमेंट अपनी प्लान कर, एनपीएस में इन्वेस्ट कर, छोटे छोटे इन्वेस्टमेंट से कर तू शुरुआत, बड़े कॉर्पस अमाउंट की मिलेगी सौगात।
हाँ कल भी रहे आज के ठाट, पाओ पेंशन 70 हो या 60, चलती रहे लाइफ की पारी, एनपीएस जरूरी है। हाँ करनी है तैयारी, एनपीएस जरूरी है।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV इंडिया न्यूज और NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीक से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे वो चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion. A spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years. We delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
20th, when he is sworn in as President of the United States, he will almost certainly contact Putin.
Trump could stimulate and push for the kind of investigation against Biden.
President Trump proposed very well might be an opening salvo of negotiations.
The Ukrainian-Russian war in the top of Trump priorities.
There's actually a fierce argument behind the scenes between those who are pro-Turkey and versus those who are pro-Kurd.
I would hope that the war will be over before Trump comes into power.
Germany has stressed time and time again that it will not talk over Ukraine's head.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion. A spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years. We delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
20th, when he is sworn in as President of the United States, he will almost certainly contact Putin.
Trump could stimulate and push for the kind of investigation against Biden.
President Trump proposed very well might be an opening salvo of
It's been more than 60 hours, still the Saif Ali Khan attacker have been not found by police. The police team just now came to the Saif Ali Khan residence. I'm standing in front of Saif Ali Khan residence. This is a building where Saif Ali Khan resides. Residing here at, on the 11th and 12th floor of the apartment where Saif Ali Khan was attacked on the 11th floor in the same building. So just opposite to that building, we can see a crossroad here where we have seen we can see 4 ways
different ways where attacker can escape, from which way the police is investigation into this. And now the police today came with around 15 police officials came to the Saif Ali Khan residence. They spoke to the neighbors who were staying in neighboring apartment. They spoke to the neighbors as well as the other apartment people, and we also seen police went into a just backside of this Saif Ali Khan apartment. There is a residence. They also went inside that apartment, inside that house, and they also spoke to the residents there what happened exactly, and they are asking for the CCTV footage. They are grabbing all the CCTV footage in these 4 ways. We have to just see in which way that accused has escaped, from which way the police is investigating into the matter. We also came to know that around more than 35 teams has been formed to catch the culprit, but till now it's been more than 60 hours, but till now the culprit was not came into the police hands. Now the police is almost in no way they are investigating into all the way. They don't want to leave anything here, so they already spoke to beside neighbor apartments, neighbor houses, the shopkeepers, everybody. Police have spoke to everybody. They gather the information. They are also inquiring into the CCTV footage which is nearby area on the 4 ways on which way the culprit have escaped, and their police is inquiring into the matter. So finally the teams, more than 35 teams are deployed to catch the culprit. Still it's almost more than 60 hours, still the culprit is not caught by the Mumbai police. With camera person Sai, Raj Kiran, NewsX, Mumbai.
20th, when he is sworn in as President of the United States, he will almost certainly contact Putin.
Trump could stimulate and push forward the kind of investigation against Biden.
President Trump proposed very well might be an opening salvo of negotiations.
The Ukrainian-Russian war in the top of Trump priorities.
There's actually a fierce argument behind the scenes between those who are pro-Turkey and versus those who are pro-Kurd.
I would hope that the war will be over before Trump comes into power.
Germany has stressed time and time again that it will not talk over Ukraine's head.
उत्तर प्रदेश की योगी सरकार प्रदेश के आर्थिक विकास के साथ साथ कानून व्यवस्था को भी दुरुस्त कर रही है। यातायात व्यवस्था को सुचारू तरीके से संचालित करने के लिए मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ ने ट्रैफिक पुलिस में महिलाओं को भी शामिल करने का फैसला किया है।
30% बेटियों को भर्ती करेंगे, जिससे सड़कों पर शोहदों को ठीक उपचार कर सकें।
यूपी ट्रैफिक पुलिस में महिलाओं की अलग से विंग बनेगी। महिला विंग में 10,000 भर्तियां की जाएंगी। महिला निरीक्षक, उप निरीक्षक, सिपाही की अलग से तैनाती। सड़क हादसों में कमी लाने का लक्ष्य। सड़क हादसों में मौतों की संख्या में 50% कमी का लक्ष्य। सभी जिलों में रोड सेफ्टी एक्शन प्लान बनाने के ठोस उपाय। यातायात नियमों का पालन सुनिश्चित करेगी महिला ट्रैफिक पुलिस। सड़क दुर्घटनाओं को रोकने के लिए सुरक्षा उपायों को लागू करवाना। ट्रैफिक नियमों का उल्लंघन करने वालों पर सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी। उत्तर प्रदेश की ट्रैफिक पुलिस में महिलाओं के शामिल होने से महिलाओं के लिए रोजगार के अवसर तो खुलेंगे ही, महिला वाहन चालकों के लिए भी सड़क पर सफर करना आसान हो जाएगा।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के कुशल नेतृत्व में महाकुंभ 2025 में सनातन पताका लहराने के लिए तैयार है उत्तर प्रदेश। उच्च कोटि के प्रबंधन वाले मानवता के इस अमूर्त धरोहर से साधु संतों के साथ ही कल्पवासी भी पुण्य के भागी बनेंगे। कल्पवास अर्थात एक माह तक संगम तट पर डेरा डालकर वेदों का अध्ययन और ध्यान पूजा, जो पौष मास के 11वें दिन से प्रारंभ होकर माघ माह के 12वें दिन तक चलती है। श्वेत व पीतांबरधारी कल्पवासियों के दर्शन, संगम में डुबकी और पूज्य साधु संतों के आशीर्वाद का पुण्य प्रसाद प्रयागराज महाकुंभ में बंट रहा हो तो चहुं ओर एक ही जयकार गुंजायमान है। सनातन गर्व महाकुंभ पर्व, महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
All right, Pravesh Verma has escalated the attack on the Aam Aadmi Party. He's claimed that Punjab police, among 50 people who attacked BJP workers, is what we are learning at this point in time. Listen in.
कमीशन का ऑफिस है। परवेश वर्मा जब वहां ग्राउंड पे प्रचार कर रहे होंगे तो देखकर बौखला गए।
पर में गाड़ी चढ़ा देंगे, ये मेरा उनसे सवाल है।
सर, 3 स्टेटमेंट आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से अभी दी गई हैं और कहा है बीजेपी डजंट वांट टू पीसफुल इलेक्शन इन न्यू दिल्ली, वायलेंस इज द ट्रेडमार्क ऑफ बीजेपी, इलेक्शन कमीशन शुड टेक एक्शन। वो कह रहे कि आप लोग गुंडे भेजते हो, कह रहे हैं कि आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
तीनों युवा आप अंदर जाके उनसे पूछिए, तीनों युवा यहाँ के स्थानीय युवा हैं, यहाँ के नई दिल्ली विधानसभा के वोटर हैं और उनके ऊपर गाड़ी चढ़ी है। अगर यहाँ के युवाओं को अरविंद केजरीवाल क्या इनको गुंडा बता रहे हैं, मतलब उनके हिसाब से, अरविंद केजरीवाल के हिसाब से नई दिल्ली के जो युवा हैं वो सारे गुंडे हैं, क्या वो ये कहना चाहते हैं कि सारे युवा गुंडे हैं? अगर कोई उनसे सवाल पूछेगा तो वो गुंडा हो गया। अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल ने किसी को नौकरी नहीं दी तो वो गुंडा हो गया। तो वो ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि ये तीनों गुंडे हैं। तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जवाब दें। इनका मैंने नाम बताया, एड्रेस बताया। अरविंद केजरीवाल जो कालीबाड़ी गोल मार्केट में रहने वाले युवा हैं, वो उनको गुंडा बता रहे हैं। पहले मारते हैं, जान से मारने की कोशिश करते हैं, फिर उनको गुंडा बताते हैं। कमाल है भाई।
एक सेकंड सर,
दिखाइए वीडियो।
कैसे सर फट सकता था, वो वीडियो सबके सामने है। ये मजाक नहीं चल रहा देश में। आप ऐसी हरकतें, बूथ कैप्चरिंग, मारपीट, ये सब करते हैं, पर दिल्ली इज एन अर्बन एरिया। दिल्ली में पढ़ी लिखी सभ्य जेंट्री रहती है। ऐसे गुंडों को बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं किया जाता। और भाजपा के पास अपनी हार की बौखलाहट देखते हुए मुझे लगता है कि उनको इस पर है, तो वो जानबूझकर अब ऐसी छोटी घटिया हरकतों पे जो भाजपाइयों का ट्रेडमार्क है, हिंसा, इस तरह की हरकतों पे उतारू है और इसकी जितने कड़े शब्दों में निंदा की जाए कम है। इस पर तुरंत कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए। आई होप इलेक्शन कमीशन की आंखें खुलेंगी, आई होप दिल्ली पुलिस की आंखें खुलेंगी। धन्यवाद। कितनी ज्यादा निंदनीय बात है। वहां स्थानीय लोगों ने आकर भाजपा के गुंडों से बचाव करवाया। कितनी निंदनीय बात है कि इस दिल्ली पुलिस को पहले भी एक सांसद तेजस्वी सूर्या का अटैक नहीं दिखा था अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पर। इनको दिखता ही नहीं है जब भाजपा अटैक करते हैं। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के पहले ही इन्होंने आपको अपना रिजल्ट दे दिया। ये बेहद शर्मनाक बयान है, अगर ऐसा बयान आया है तो। देखिए, वो वीडियो सबके सामने सार्वजनिक तौर पे अवेलेबल है। परवेश वर्मा को बोलिए निकाले अपना कोई वीडियो ऐसा बताते हुए। झूठ बोल रहे हैं, झूठ के पुलिंदे हैं।
All right, moving on. Saif Ali Khan is currently recovering at Mumbai's Lilavati Hospital after he suffered 6 stab wounds following an attack at his Bandra home in Mumbai. During the intervening night of 15 to 16 January, the incident occurred during the early hours when an intruder confronted Saif's staff, leading to a confrontation in which Saif sustained multiple stab wounds. After undergoing emergency surgery, doctors have confirmed that Saif is out of danger but remains under observation. Meanwhile, NewsX accessed several CCTV footage in which accused can be seen in a different attire following the attack. The attacker was also spotted at the Bandra railway station in a different outfit, a blue shirt. The intruder was first seen climbing the stairs inside the building, heading towards Saif Ali Khan's floor, and later fleeing the scene. In another CCTV footage, he made an unexpected stop at a mobile phone shop to buy headphones in Dadar after he changed his clothes to hoodwink the police around 9 a.m., just 6 hours after the shocking incident. The big question that comes up is what was the accused doing after he left Saif's residence following the attack, which occurred around 2:35 a.m. and was seen outside Bandra station at 7:05 a.m. Raj Kiran, my colleague, is joining us first up to give us the latest updates on how far the police has gone when it comes to nabbing this culprit. Raj, what do we know so far? Are there any murmurs about the police apprehending this individual?
Good morning. We have seen police officials coming to Saif Ali Khan residence and surrounding areas. They are all doing a proper investigation in this case. They spoke to the neighbors of Saif Ali Khan residence who are staying neighbor to beside Saif Ali Khan residence. We also seen police also talking to the local shop vendors regarding this, and all the CC footage surrounding the areas of the Saif Ali Khan residence also being taken by the Mumbai police now. So we are seeing from morning almost 35 teams. Total 35 teams has been formed to catch the culprit, but till now the things are not come out from Mumbai police. That we also give. There are some rumors going in social media that the culprit has been arrested, but no official statement from the Mumbai police till now. 35 teams are still searching for the culprit. From last, it's been more than 70 hours. Still, the hunt for the culprit is on.
Daryl, my colleague, is also joining us at this point in time. Daryl, what's the latest? Why isn't the police able to nab this particular person? Of course, grabs from CCTV footage are all over the country on every channel.
Vinith, if you see, it's been more than 50 hours, but the main accused in this whole case is still absconding, and the investigation is underway, and the police are also trying all the way possible to take nab of the accused in this whole Saif Ali Khan incident which took place. Now we have seen there are several CCTV footages which have come today. CCTV footage which came, in that we saw he's wearing a blue shirt and a black pant, in which we can see on the incident day when this whole incident took place, same day next early morning at 9 a.m. he's seen at a shop in Dadar Kabutar Khana area where he's seen purchasing a Bluetooth headphone, after which it is said, as per sources, he boarded a train at the Dadar railway station. After which we also got to know that a police team was sent to the Vasai Virar police railway station, where as per sources there were news that the main accused in this got into boarded a train and left for the Vasai Virar, and after which a team was also sent at the Vasai Virar, where all the teams of the crime branch, the Mumbai police, the GRP and all the teams had a joint operation. But still, if we see the main accused is still absconding in this whole case which took place. It's been more than 50 hours, and there are several CCTV footages. There are various images. There are various images of the suspects. Yesterday we saw there was a suspect who was brought to the Bandra police station for investigation, after which the police said that he had no links to this case. Today also it is said there's one of the suspect who has been detained in Chhattisgarh, and the police are investigating. The investigations are going on, but there is no confirmation yet either by the Mumbai police or the crime branch team. So yes, the Mumbai police are still investigating the matter, but if you see, Vinith, it's been more than 50 hours. There are CCTV footages which are coming, there are visuals which are coming, but there is no proper confirmation yet on the regarding the main accused in this whole case. Vinith.
Okay, all right. ACP Dhanraj Vanjari, former police officer, joins us on the show. Mr. Naveen Chomal, senior lawyer, with us on the program as well. Sanjay Sahai, former IPS, with us on the program as well. ACP Vanjari, I'll begin with you, sir. So, what have been, your observations and assessment about this entire case? First of all, it's pretty bizarre. It's pretty shocking that something like this could happen in a place where a star like Saif Ali Khan stays. Secondly, it's also very, very strange to see that apart from, the personal CCTV footage and the CCTV footage in the stairs, there is not much verification done of people who go in and out of this building. What, according to you, has been the primary lapse in this case?
According to me, there is absolutely no lapse in this case, whether primary or secondary, whatever class you can say it. According to me, what happens when there is a exit from their place of offense, the accused will choose, he is that diligent and intelligent, that he will choose the way that police may not track him. But in spite of that, police not only tracking him, but have created more than dozen teams to track all his possible places where he can reach or where he can probably go. Now, this is not a small achievement when police have tracked him at Bandra railway station and then at Dadar shop of mobile. I tell you one thing with confirmation of the law of this land, that this is nothing but a subsequent conduct of the accused, who generally does to flee and remain absconding after commission of crime, and this subsequent conduct, well on record, is admissible evidence against him. So if you ask me as an ex-cop, what the accused is doing, the absconding accused is creating evidence against himself. Police is definitely tracking, and I am very hopeful. Give them reasonable, suitable time. Their teams are already on the field, and very soon you will get a result. There will be a news that real accused, with his confrontation and confirmation, has been nabbed by Mumbai police.
Mr. Chomal, what do you make of this case? Are some of these things bizarre to you, that something like this could happen in such a high-profile locality and society?
No, I don't think this is bizarre. And continuing from what our senior police officer, retired ACP Sri Vanjari, said, he's a very experienced officer, and he's very rightly pointed out that police is after that person, and police have successfully located him at a couple of places. So there must be many clues with the police which they will not be sharing at this moment unless they catch the particular culprit. So we trust our police. As regards the incident, well, we have to take with a pinch of salt what the family of Saif Ali Khan is giving information to the police, because with the high security building of that level and he's staying on the 12th floor, it is not easily possible for an intruder to reach there and then carry out this particular attack, unless there is something else in the story which they are trying to hide. Of course, the entire investigation will later on reveal all the facts. or maybe the Saif Ali Khan family may manage to suppress those facts also. So there are many cases which can happen, but this incident needs lot to be watched and observed, because we cannot take the version of Saif Ali Khan family at its face value.
Okay. Mr. Sahai, sir, how do you respond to what Mr. Chomal has said, that there is obviously something here which does not meet the eye?
I'm not responding to any of these things. What I will tell you is the basic facts and the uncontested facts. That this accused, he has been able to escape and he was in the vicinity for next 5-6 hours. There are public CCTVs network which is available and which is controlled by the police. The facial recognition software, had it been used in time, or even a swift communication to the concerned agencies, that could have retrieved the situation, but that did not happen. The second point is that we have the picture of the accused. Has his identity been established? If his identity is established, I don't know whether it's established or not, but in the public domain, that information is not there. I hope and pray that it is established and they are using large number of other tools to reach the accused. That's point number 2. With regards to movement of this accused in this building or anywhere else, we barely have any CCTV footages. Whatever is there in the public domain, if that is all we have, then it will be certainly a difficult exercise to get this gentleman. That you don't have the identity of the accused, you don't have his movements in place. Some of sort of a thing which has come out in the public domain after 2 to 3 days, that we are adding up into whatever we call as an investigation and trying to nab the accused. So currently it is still groped in the dark. Certainly we will not accept from a standard protocol police point of view that there has been any lapses. There are instances wherein things could have been handled in a better manner. And when we talk of technical intelligence, so technical intelligence we keep talking about over and over again, but the usage of technical intelligence, not only with the Mumbai police, but with large number of police agencies, there are issues with that. With regards to CCTV networks across cities, at least 7 cities inclusive of Mumbai, we have done a research at 3-4 years back, and we found only Hyderabad city to some mark. Now you tell me one thing, you have a CCTV, it is a high profile building, and I think the cost of the apartments would be astronomical. That being the case, can anybody tell me why there is no video analytics on persons who go with a covered face? And why there is no warning issued or any sort of a notification issued that somebody is going with a face covered? So there are lots of things which happen in video analytics. We are still using CCTV cameras in the most rudimentary and most crude manner in a day and age where you can talk to a video. So we are not saying that the effort is not being made. Huge amount of effort is certainly being made. But the technical intelligence, and there are lots of things, facts which are there in the public domain, that is certainly not adding up. It started with the ransom theory. Now abduction and ransom, it sounds to be very, very bizarre. And we are dealing with abduction and ransom, and simultaneously we are dealing with burglary and robbery also. Nothing has been lost from that house. So that is also a reality. The movement of this particular person, now that his face is known literally across the country, I don't know what effort is being made to put this face across the live CCTV establishment or the mechanism which we have in the country. And I'm also not sure of the fact whether we have a facial recognition software working across CCTV. See, why did CCTVs come in place? CCTV came in place because the police could not see and check everything 24/7 all across. Because the force is limited. It cannot be that one man covers another individual all across the country. So CCTV came as a force multiplier, and video analytics on CCTV came as another element. But what has happened is the level which we should have reached in overall video surveillance of that area, I don't think we have reached. And in cases of this nature, those issues come up. In normal police administration, investigation, and intelligence, these things don't come to light. Did this fellow come for a recce or not in this particular building? That also remains unknown. The face is there. There will be 24/7 footages in this particular building. So that also remains unknown. So I presume that lots of things are happening in the backstage, and certainly that is the way police operates. But currently, what is available in the public domain, they are leaving lots of questions unanswered, and there are lots of gaps which are not getting connected, either from the investigative point of view or the technical intelligence point of view.
All right, those are good points. ACP Vanjari, how would you respond to these important facets of this case? There are a lot of loopholes. There are obviously a lot of factors which could only be cleared perhaps once this person is apprehended.
What is happening now, Vineet, we are talking on something which is available in public domain. But are we aware that what has happened to digital forensic part of the technical and scientific investigation? Are we aware about the cyber forensic applied in this case and the results? Definitely not. And let me tell you, this public domain information like CCTV, and we can see on your channel openly throughout the nation, might be a strategy. Why to underestimate police efforts? Police are doing their best. I worked in Mumbai police for 35 years. I have experience on field to investigate. I came from the rank of sub-inspector to ACP. And I have my conviction. Every stone is being turned. All scientific methods are being used. Whosoever has mask or not mask, Mumbai police can unmask everything. And I'm sure in the interest of fairness and fair justice, we should give sufficient time police.
Right, sir. All right, Mr. Chomal, sufficient time is, of course, the need of the hour at this point in time. But the fact of the matter is that this does also expose, a lot of security loopholes that perhaps have been taken for granted in a number of these high-profile areas, not only in Mumbai, perhaps everywhere in the country.
That is true. There is no doubt about that fact. I am not denying those facts. But in this particular case, the theory of theft or robbery is basically being ruled out because no such attempt seems to have occurred from the side of that particular assailant to either steal something from the valuable from the particular house or do some damage to the house. So that shows that there was something more than what meets the eye. And as rightly said by Vanzari Saab, see, Mumbai police will not reveal all its cards and make it easy for the culprits to watch and then take preventive measures accordingly. So we are definitely kept in dark by the police, but we must trust the police, and Mumbai police is known for its swift action and success also. So they will definitely be very much close to the accused person. They must be on the verge of nabbing him. But today we cannot doubt the police. Yes, the security aspects which society should maintain in the building, there must have definitely been some lapse. Otherwise, it is not possible for a stranger with a criminal intention to reach a house on the 12th floor and no watchman of the building wiser about it. So definitely there is something foul play. Maybe that particular assailant was somebody part in the staff of the house only, and something must have gone wrong inside the house, which must have prompted him to take the attacking stance against the particular actor. So there is a lot of dots need to be connected. So today at this stage we are on the very periphery of the case. We don't know what the ultimate truth will reveal to us. So let us wait and watch.
All right. Well, it's a wait and watch game, but nevertheless, thanking everyone who joined us on this important conversation. We're going to dip into a short break on that note. More on the other side.
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के कुशल नेतृत्व में महाकुंभ 2025 में सनातन पताका लहराने के लिए तैयार है उत्तर प्रदेश। उच्च कोटि के प्रबंधन वाले मानवता के इस अमूर्त धरोहर से साधु संतों के साथ ही कल्पवासी भी पुण्य के भागी बनेंगे। कल्पवास अर्थात एक माह तक संगम तट पर डेरा डालकर वेदों का अध्ययन और ध्यान पूजा, जो पौष मास के 11वें दिन से प्रारंभ होकर माघ माह के 12वें दिन तक चलती है। श्वेत व पीतांबरधारी कल्पवासियों के दर्शन, संगम में डुबकी और पूज्य साधु संतों के आशीर्वाद का पुण्य प्रसाद प्रयागराज महाकुंभ में बंट रहा हो तो चहुं ओर एक ही जयकार गुंजायमान है। सनातन गर्व महाकुंभ पर्व, महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇਗਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों की सुरक्षा, उनके भरोसे और कानून व्यवस्था को बेहतर बनाने की सेवा में सतत लगे पुलिस कर्मियों के लिए योगी सरकार हर कदम पर मदद को तैयार है। उत्तर प्रदेश की योगी सरकार न सिर्फ देश पर मर मिटने वाले शहीदों का सम्मान करती है, बल्कि सेवारत पुलिस कर्मियों का भी खास ख्याल रखती है।
मृतक पुलिस कार्मिकों के आश्रितों की सहायता के लिए 9 करोड़ 8 लाख रुपए।
पुलिस स्मृति कार्यक्रम 2024 में मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ ने यूपी पुलिस के लिए कई बड़ी घोषणाएं की। सभी जिलों के पुलिस कर्मियों की सुख सुविधा के लिए 3.5 करोड़ रुपए, सेवारत रिटायर पुलिस कर्मियों, उनके आश्रितों के मेडिकल प्रतिपूर्ति का निस्तारण, 266 मामले के निस्तारण के लिए 30,56,000 रुपए, शहीदों को श्रद्धांजलि, आश्रितों को राहत का ऐलान। यूपी के 115 शहीदों के आश्रितों को 36 करोड़ 20 लाख रुपए की आर्थिक मदद। योगी सरकार शहीदों के आश्रितों को आर्थिक मदद के साथ ही शहीद परिवारों के बच्चों की शिक्षा का जिम्मा भी उठाती है। सम्मानपूर्वक जीवन यापन के लिए शहीद परिवार के एक सदस्य को सरकारी नौकरी भी देती है यूपी सरकार।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇਗਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion. A spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years. We delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
कल करे सो आज कर, रिटायरमेंट अपनी प्लान कर, एनपीएस में इन्वेस्ट कर, छोटे छोटे इन्वेस्टमेंट से कर तू शुरुआत, बड़े कॉर्पस अमाउंट की मिलेगी सौगात।
हाँ, कल भी रहे आज के ठाट, पाओ पेंशन 70 हो या 60, चलती रहे लाइफ की पारी। एनपीएस जरूरी है, हाँ करनी है तैयारी, एनपीएस जरूरी है।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV इंडिया न्यूज और NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीक से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत जिससे आप बनेंगे वो चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਸਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ, ਘਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਣ।
In the state of Punjab, under the dynamic leadership of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, government schools are being transformed with modern facilities and free quality education. Taking another bold step, the Bhagwant Mann government is now providing new school buses for students.
GPS ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੱਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
In the first batch, these buses will benefit over 20,000 students, ensuring safe and comfortable commutes. This is not just transportation, this is a promise of progress and opportunity for every child. This is the spirit of a new Punjab, a Punjab where education drives a brighter tomorrow.
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਚ ਵਾਸਤੇ 20,000 ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਨੀਅਤ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ।
This is New Punjab, this is Rangla Punjab.
When he is sworn in as President of the United States, he will almost certainly contact Putin.
Trump could stimulate and push for the kind of investigation against Biden.
President Trump proposed very well might be an opening salvo of negotiations.
The Ukrainian-Russian war in the top of Trump priorities.
There's actually a fierce argument behind the scenes between those who are pro-Turkey and versus those who are pro-Kurd.
I would hope that the war will be over before Trump comes into power.
Germany has stressed time and time again that it will not talk over Ukraine's head.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion, a spectacle of spirituality once
Hello, good evening. You are watching NewsX. I am Arzu Seth and we are in the Mahakumbh 2025, and today is the 6th day, and still people in large numbers are coming here to witness the religious activities taking place. Right now we are at the Swastik Dwar where there are several akhadas being there. Also would like to show you the visuals also. Right now there is Aarti also that is going on, and people in fact have gathered in a large number, and also the Mahakumbh Mela 2025 is expected to attract the around 400 million visitors to Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, and making it one of the largest human gathering in the world. And also meanwhile, if we talk about the Mela, grounds are massive. The event covers approximately 4,000 hectares, and a 25% increase from the previous Kumbh Mela held in 2019. So this time the ground Mela is also massive. I would request my camera person to show the picture in large, how big the grounds are and how big the akhadas are being made. There are 13 akhadas that are established here in this area. We are right now at the Swastik Dwar, and also the area has been divided into 25 sectors. And as far as the facility is concerned, there are a lot of facilities that have been given to the public, whether it's about the medical accommodation or about the infrastructure development that has taken place in the Prayagraj. So when we say this, there has been a makeshift change in the Mela used to be there in the previous time. People used to ask for the money, for the cash, but now there has been a makeshift change. Also when I say this, in the previous month only I visited the Prayagraj to show the preparation that was going on in the Mahakumbh. But at that time there were a lot of network issues. I was unable to give live from this particular location where I am standing right now. There were the issues of making payments. The GPay was not working properly, but the government and the administration has worked on it. There are several towers around. I would also request my camera person to show the around. The towers have been installed so that the people, the crores of people who are visiting the Mahakumbh doesn't face any problem. And also the instructions have been given, because they are around 40 days left for the Mahakumbh, and there will be several auspicious event that will take place among these 45 days, and that's why still the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister have asked the authorities to make it more proper so that the public that are coming to the Mahakumbh doesn't face any problem. So we will also be going to the people who are selling things here to ask them what the mode of payment they are accepting, whether they are using digital payments, because now this Kumbh is not only the Bhav and Div Kumbh but also the digital Kumbh taking place right now in the Prayagraj. So we will be talking. भैया क्या नाम है और क्या बेच रहे हैं?
मेरा नाम बंटी है।
बंटी जी, क्या है आपके पास?
मेरे पास माचिस वाली गन है। जी।
लोग खरीद रहे हैं?
जी।
काम अच्छा चल रहा है?
काम अच्छा चल रहा है।
और कुंभ में कैसी रौनक?
एकदम बढ़िया, फर्स्ट क्लास है। मोदी योगी जी का कमाल है। जी।
अच्छा ये बताइए कि लोग क्या सबसे ज्यादा कैश दे रहे हैं या फिर
डिजिटल ऑनलाइन? मैं स्कैनर भी लगाया हूँ, स्क्रीनशॉट मारकर।
अच्छा ये आपके फोन का वॉलपेपर है?
वॉलपेपर है पेमेंट वाला।
अच्छा देखिए सो दिस आप ऑन करिएगा. So see, these are the initiative, these are the attempts that the people are doing. This is his phone, and on this wallpaper he has pasted his QR code so that he doesn't face any problem, and he just open the phone and show it to the customer and they make the payment. तो भैया एक मिनट पकड़िएगा. तो फिर आपको क्या सुविधा होती है, पहले जब लोग कैश में देते थे या फिर अभी जब आप यूपीआई कर रहे हैं?
दोनों मिलता है मेरे पास, लेकिन ज्यादातर यूपीआई सही है. किसी के पास कैश नहीं, सीधा ऑनलाइन कर दे रहे, इसमें और सही है. यही बात है.
ठीक है. We will be going to more people to in fact take more reactions. आप लोगों से भी अच्छा बात करना चाहेंगे. मैं देख रहा हूँ आप बहुत देर से इर्द गिर्द घूम रहे हैं. कैसा माहौल लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. हमारा सनातन का बड़ा सौभाग्य है, हम सबको मौका मिला, वो हम धन्य हुए. वो हमारे यही कहेंगे कि सारे हिंदुस्तानी सब लोग आएं, वो यहाँ पे लाभ उठाएं. और योगी आदित्यनाथ ने और हमारे आदरणीय मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री ने बहुत अच्छी व्यवस्थाएं की हैं. किसी को भी कोई भी तकलीफ नहीं है.
अच्छा ये बताइए, हम बात कर रहे थे डिजिटल इंडिया या फिर डिजिटल महाकुंभ, जो इस बार हम देख रहे हैं एक न्यू एज मेला जो है देखने को मिल रहा है, जहाँ पर चाहे रेडी पटरी वाला हो या फिर एक बड़े मॉल लगाए हो, बड़ी दुकानें हो, हर कोई एक डिजिटल पेमेंट एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है. आप लोग कैसा पेमेंट करना पसंद करते हैं, कैश रखना पसंद करते हैं?
देखिए जैसा मतलब व्यापारी को किसी को दिक्कत ना हो, कुछ कैश भी रखते हैं, कुछ डिजिटल भी करते हैं.
अच्छा, आपको किस में सुविधा ज्यादा लगती है?
हम तो कैश करते हैं, क्यों डिजिटल चलाते ही नहीं.
फोन नहीं यूज करते? कुंभ में कैसी रौनक लगी?
बहुत सुंदर.
कहाँ से आए?
मैं भोपाल. नॉर्थ ईस्ट.
कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. मेरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के भाइयों को बोलना चाहता हूँ, यहाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वहाँ में सब कोई पूछ रहा था कि अच्छा है, इतना भीड़ भाड़ है. हम सबको बोल रहा है कि आइए, डिजिटल पेमेंट है, इतनी मोदी जी ने और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इतनी व्यवस्था करके रखी है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट के भाई लोग जल्दी आइए, विजिट कीजिए, ये मौका बार बार नहीं मिलेगा. और इतनी अच्छी काम मीडिया लोग कर रही है, जो इतना अच्छा से कवरेज कर रही है. थैंक्स टू मीडिया. थैंक्स.
थैंक यू. अच्छा ये बताइए, कोई नेटवर्क की प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं फेस हो रही है आपको कॉलिंग में या फिर?
नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. यहाँ का साधन भी बहुत अच्छा है. गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से बसें भी है जो बहुत अच्छी सुविधा दे रही है. और बाकी आपको 1 किलोमीटर चलना पड़ता है, जहाँ सरयू नदी है वहाँ थोड़ा भीड़ भाड़ रहता है. और लेकिन इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि जैसे हम जब नॉर्थ ईस्ट से स्टार्ट हुआ गुवाहाटी से, तो लोग बाग बोल रहे थे सुशील होगा कि नहीं होगा. हम बोला हम जाके तुम लोगों को खबर देगा. तो कितना आदमी को हम खबर दे दिया अभी. और हम ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट ये है कि अच्छा व्यवस्था है, अच्छी फैसिलिटी है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. माय नेम इज सुशील शर्मा.
सुशील जी, आपको देख के नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जितने भी लोग हैं वो जरूर कुंभ में आएंगे.
जरूर आइए. जरूर
बता रहे हैं ना, वो जरूर उनको भी उत्सुक हो रहे होंगे.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा जी को ही आना चाहिए. इतना
वो भी आएंगे.
हमारे सीएम है, उनको भी आना चाहिए.
कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
अच्छा ये बताइए, कैसा मोड ऑफ पेमेंट यूज करते हैं आप लोग? डिजिटल पेमेंट करना क्यूआर कोड के जरिए पसंद करते हैं या फिर कैश?
यानी कैश भी उचित रहता है, उसकी भी हो जाती है, क्यूआर का भी.
आप बताइए.
हम तो कैश.
ज्यादातर इधर तो कैश वाले लोग हैं.
डिजिटल
क्यों सुविधा लगती है ज्यादा?
हाँ बिल्कुल सुविधा लगती है डिजिटल में.
यहाँ पर अच्छा मेले में तो दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है कि?
नहीं, कहीं हर जगह डिजिटल लगा हुआ है. हर जगह डिजिटल लगे हुए हैं.
We were asking, we are talking about the digital payment. Don't you face any problem? Are you facing any problem making a digital payment here?
No ma'am.
Which mode of payment do you prefer?
Cash.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you. We also be talking to the shopkeepers here. भैया कैसा मोड ऑफ पेमेंट अच्छा स्कैनर आपके यहाँ रखा हुआ है तो मैं समझ गई हूँ. किस आपको सुविधा रहती है ऑनलाइन?
हमें दोनों सुविधा रहती है, हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है किसी से भी, चाहे कैश आए चाहे डिजिटल पेमेंट, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बस हमारा माल सेल होना चाहिए, हमें कोई दिक्कत किसी से भी नहीं भाई.
माल सेल हो रहा है. क्या क्या है आपके पास?
हमारे पास नमकीन है, 4 वैरायटी की, 2 वैरायटी की मिठाई है.
सबसे ज्यादा क्या सेल हो रहा है?
नमकीन भी होता है, मिठाई भी सेल होता है.
हो रहा है, काम अच्छा चल रहा है?
जी जी जी
बढ़िया है. So these shopkeepers are very happy because as the number of footfall has increased, their things are also being purchased by the shopkeepers. There also you can see a small shop, but just things have been kept in a bag. They are standing here selling things and people are buying these things. भैया क्या क्या है? ये हेलीकॉप्टर उड़ा रहे हैं प्रयागराज में. हेलीकॉप्टर से ही आए थे आज राजनाथ सिंह भी.
हाँ बिल्कुल आए थे.
लीजिए. हाँ
बिल्कुल आए थे आज प्रयागराज से हेलीकॉप्टर में आए थे और कुंभ का मेला लगना ही चाहिए. ये 144 साल के बाद कुंभ का मेला लगा है. ये सभी धर्म के यात्री इस गंगा में अर्पित करेंगे, अपना शरीर अर्पण करके नहा के धो के अपना हर हर गंगे बोल के. और गंगा यमुना जमुना तीनों का संगम यहाँ है. तीनों का संगम यहाँ है. तो हमारे जितने भी हिंदू भाई है, जितनी भी हमारी हिंदू बहन बेटियां है, वो सभी गंगा में काशी बनारस, यहाँ से काशी बनारस भी कई बंदे गए हमारे टूरिस्ट के. और यहाँ पे खूब कमाई भी खूब कर रहे हैं. जो पटरी बाजार वाले पेट वाले उनका काम भी चल रहा है बढ़िया.
कमाई हो रही है भैया. बोलो भैया. So there you can see, shopkeepers selling their things. Also, we will be moving forward to take more reaction to understand whether they are accepting the online payments, because we can clearly see, we have been using the digital payment, we have been calling, we are, live also from this particular place, and there is no network problem. भैया online payment accept करते हैं?
हाँ यस.
आपको क्या सूट करता है
ज़्यादा सूट होता है कि ऑनलाइन होता है. यहाँ पे बढ़िया सब कुछ सुविधा है, सब कुछ यही है. ओके.
कोई तकलीफ तो नहीं है?
तकलीफ नहीं, कोई तकलीफ नहीं. लोग
आ रहे हैं?
हाँ सब आ रहे हैं. बढ़िया बढ़िया एंजॉय. हाँ एंजॉय बस.
ठीक है. आपसे भी बातचीत करना चाहेंगे. कहाँ से आए आप?
गुजरात से.
कैसा लग रहा है माँ?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है महाकुंभ में आके. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. ये इधर की स्पिरिचुअलिटी वाकई में बहुत बढ़िया है. एकदम फर्स्ट क्लास है.
अच्छा, कितने दिन के लिए आए?
पूरा 45 डेज.
45 डेज रहेंगे. अब तक क्या कुछ देखा, क्या कुछ समझा महाकुंभ से?
अब तक सभी अखाड़ों में गए, वो सभी नागा बाबा साधुओं को सबको देखा. उसकी जो वो साधना करते हैं उसको देखा, उसके साथ थोड़ी बातचीत की. बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है. अच्छा लग रहा है.
अच्छा, और सामान खरीद रहे हैं?
हाँ सामान थोड़ा बहुत खरीद किया है. शॉपिंग अभी थोड़ी बहुत बाकी है. अभी बाद में देखेंगे.
तो क्या कैसे कैश इस्तेमाल करना पसंद करते हैं या फिर डिजिटल पेमेंट?
नहीं, डिजिटल पेमेंट भी चलता है. कई जगह पे डिजिटल पेमेंट नहीं होता है तो उधर कैश देना पड़ता है.
आप क्या प्रेफर करते हैं?
नहीं, मैं तो डिजिटल पेमेंट प्रेफर करता हूँ.
ज्यादा सुविधा?
हाँ वो कैश क्या है कि अभी इतनी सारी भीड़ में वैसे तो कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन कभी कभार हमें कैश को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है. कहीं ऐसे व्यक्ति भी होते हैं, पूरी भीड़ में सब लोग एक जैसे नहीं होते, इसलिए डिजिटल पेमेंट प्रेफर करता हूँ.
So this is the point, we were also focusing on, because there are a lot of people that are coming, and that's why. आपसे भी बातचीत करना चाहेंगे. कहाँ से आए आप?
अही पंजाब तो.
पंजाब से.
अबोहर.
अब आज ही आए?
ना कल राती आ गए सी. हुण वापस चले हैं. अयोध्या चले हैं.
यहाँ से अयोध्या?
हाँ जी. उस तो बाद हाँ जी बनारस फिर अयोध्या.
यहाँ से बनारस फिर अयोध्या. कैसा लग रहा है? पूरा होली प्लेसेस का टूर कर रहे हैं आप?
मुझे बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है. मैं पहले भी आ चुका था, फिर मैं अपने भाई के साथ आया हूँ. ये भाई है, इसके साथ आया था.
कहाँ से आप?
पंजाब से.
कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा है. बहुत आनंद मिला और बहुत सुकून. मैं तो फर्स्ट टाइम आया, बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा लगा है.
अच्छा, हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि यहाँ पे नेटवर्क का कोई इशू तो नहीं हो रहा है आप लोग?
नहीं, नेटवर्क का मैनू तो अभी इशू हो रहा सी. जेडी गल है, हाँ माड़ा मोटा हो रहा है, ज्यादा नहीं. केड़े मतलब उस साइड एरिया चे अपने इतने तो बढ़िया चल रहा है नेटवर्क.
आपको?
मुझे नहीं हुआ.
आप बताइए कौन सा मोड ऑफ पेमेंट यूज करते हैं?
We are using a UPI payment, which is really extremely awesome. Actually, I live abroad, and here I see it's a very complicated payment system over there. We have to use only the cards, but here it's very easier to make payment through mobile. That's really awesome, and all the shopkeepers, they are accepting the UPI payments, so that's really great.
So from where you are?
I'm from Unnao actually, but I live in Denmark.
Also, what have you seen here in the Mahakumbh? What is the most attractive thing you find here in Mahakumbh?
I would say it is really a great arrangement made by the UP government, really appreciable, and the way they have implemented everything here, all the shops and all the arrangement, which is really amazing. So I'm really happy to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are using the digital payment only here?
Yeah, only digital, no cash.
And there, what the problem do you face? Because here, UPI payment is accepted, but in Denmark, is it a problem to make a payment?
Not really, but I think I would say like we are copying from India. I think most of the Indian companies are working over there, and we are implementing a similar payment system over there. I mean, when I see the mobile pay over there, what actually being used, so they have like copied all the interface of the phone pay. So that's the reason. It really feel extremely awesome when we see whatever things are happening in India, and Western countries are also adopting the same. Even also I have experience in the Paris, UPI payment actually being accepted. So I think many European countries, they are also accepting the our payment system.
You will be very familiar to it, but your friends might not be. So how do they react in Paris or in Denmark?
Very nice. I mean, when we explain them, okay, this is the payment system been implemented by the Indian government, they also feel India is really developing very hard, and feels also happy. I mean, we always try to like explain about the how countries like developing and how the things are happening. So it's really very proud to be there and explain about our country. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much to give such insightful discussion. आपसे भी बातचीत करना चाहेंगे. कहाँ से हैं आप?
देहरादून से मैडम.
देहरादून से हैं. कैसा लग रहा है महाकुंभ?
विशाल है, अद्भुत है. बिल्कुल. अखाड़े से जुड़े हुए हम, ये हमारा ही लगा हुआ है. मां निर्वाणी अखाड़ा.
अभी हम देख रहे थे आरती हो रही है.
जी, अभी आरती हो रही है. अभी उसमें जो है भजन वगैरह चल रहे हैं. जी.
रात में कितनी देर तक चलता है?
ये चलता है 12 बजे तक, निःशुल्क भंडारा. 12 बजे तक. ये हमारे सुभाषपुरी जी महंत हैं.
कैसा एटमॉस्फेयर लग रहा है इस बार का? क्या बदला हुआ लग?
योगी जी ने इतना विशाल जो ये महाकुंभ करवाया है, ये हमने कभी नहीं देखा जीवन में. 144 साल बाद सनातन धर्म का जो झंडा योगी जी ने उठाया, ये तो अद्भुत है. इसकी कल्पना नहीं कर सकते हम. ये समुंदर है, समुंदर मंथन से निकला था ये कुंभ. ये समुंदर मंथन ही है. इसकी कोई कल्पना नहीं कर सकते हम. हमने कभी नहीं देखा ऐसा लाइफ में. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे आके.
People are definitely enjoying their things. Also, you can clearly see, the atmosphere here. The chilled wind is there, but still people are coming in large number to witness the rituals, the culture heritage of India. Not only from Punjab or Haryana, but also from across the globe. They are coming here. You can also see the street vendors are also here. We will be interacting with them. We will try to talk to them. क्या है आंटी जी आपके पास? बताइए जरा.
सिंदूर है, माला है, बिंदी है, चमकी है, ये है, चंदन है.
क्या खरीद रहे हैं? सबसे ज्यादा लोग क्या ले रहे हैं?
चंदन ले रहे, सिंदूर ले रहे, सब ले रहे, माला ले रहे.
सब बिक रहा है.
सब बिक रहा है. हाँ, सब बिक रहा है.
रौनक है इस बार.
हाँ, रौनक है. मेला में अच्छा रौनक है.
अच्छा, ये बताइए, अगर हमको कुछ खरीदना हो तो ऑनलाइन पेमेंट ले लेंगी?
नहीं, ऑनलाइन पे नहीं करते.
क्यों नहीं करते?
हम नहीं जानते हैं ऑनलाइन करके.
अच्छा, नहीं चला पाते?
नहीं चला.
आपके पास?
हाँ, नहीं है, फोन नहीं है हमारे पास. हाँ.
चलिए, कोई बात नहीं. हम और लोगों से बातचीत करेंगे, उनसे जानना चाहेंगे, बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल दोज हु आर फ्रॉम द विलेज साइड, दोज हु डजंट हैव इवन फोन इन देयर हैंड, सो दे आर नॉट यूजिंग द डिजिटल पेमेंट. बट यस, आप यूज करते हैं ऑनलाइन पेमेंट? नहीं करते. क्यों, क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है?
बंद हो गया है ना, इसलिए.
क्या बंद हो गया है?
फोन पे चलता था पहले, बंद हो गया. आप नहीं आ रहा.
आ गया ये?
फोन पे पहले चलता था, बंद हो गया.
आपके फोन में बंद हो गया? अच्छा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गई?
प्रॉब्लम आ गई.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. कैसा काम चल रहा है?
नहीं चल रहा है कुछ भी.
आपका नहीं चल रहा है? आंटी जी का तो चल रहा है.
नहीं चल रहा है. ऐसे
सामान बदल लीजिए थोड़ा सा. चलिए, we will be interacting with more people here. As you can see, a lot of things, there are rudraksh that you can buy here. Very beautiful market that has been decorated here in the entire Mela area. As you can see, people have in fact come from very far away. आप लोगों से बातचीत करना चाहेंगे. कहाँ से आए आप?
हम अयोध्या से आए हैं, राम की नगरी से.
अच्छा, राम की नगरी से शिव की नगरी आए हैं. कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है हमको. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. दुकान लगाए यहाँ पे, बहुत अच्छा धंधा हो रहा है.
अच्छा, धंधा अच्छा हो रहा है
जी.
लोग कैसे कैश देते हैं कि ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करते हैं?
ज्यादा से ज्यादा कैश मिलता है. ऑनलाइन का जमाना नहीं है, बहुत कम है.
और लोग तो कह रहे हैं हम ऑनलाइन देना पसंद करते हैं.
ऑनलाइन हम लेते ही नहीं है.
क्यों?
हमारा वो जीपे नहीं बना हुआ है.
अच्छा, जीपे नहीं बना है, तो बनवाएंगे कि नहीं बनवाएंगे?
बनवाएंगे, क्यों नहीं. पहले चलाते थे, अब ब्लॉक हो गया. पता नहीं कैसे बैंक जाना पड़ेगा उसके लिए.
अच्छा, So a lot of people are facing technical issues with their online payment. We will be moving here, and as you can see, the interviews are also going here because the media from across the country have come here. We will be going to more stalls here to understand what the mode of payment that they are preferring, because even being at close to the river, we find that the network we doesn't face any network problem, and we will be trying to make some payments also to show you. कहाँ से आए भैया आप?
जी हम राम की नगरी से आए, अयोध्या से, टेढ़ी बाजार चौराहा, थाना
अयोध्या से बहुत लोग आए दुकान लगाने के लिए। कैसे काम चल रहा है?
जी बढ़िया चल रहा है। हम आए हैं कुछ कमाने भी आए, कुछ कुंभ का भी आनंद भी। जी
कैसा लग रहा है? घूमे आप कुंभ में?
जी कुंभ में तो घूमे हैं, 17 नंबर पुल तक तो गए हैं। काफी पंडाल खूबसूरत सा सजा हुआ है, जो बाबा लोग अपना डेरा बनाए हुए हैं वो भी बहुत सुंदर ही लग रहा है। जैसे लग रहा है कि साक्षात भोलेनाथ महाकुंभ में प्रकट हो रहे हैं। 29 तारीख
चल रहा है
काम तो ठीक ठाक चल रहा है मैडम जी, ठीक ठाक ही चल रहा है।
बात है अभी तो 6 दिन हुए हैं
जी,
तो पूरे 45 डेज चलेगा। आप लोग पूरे रहेंगे पूरे दिन?
जी हम लोग पुण्यवासी तक रहेंगे, अभी पुण्यवासी तक रहेंगे।
29
जी 29।
ठीक है, चलिए ठीक है, ओके। So we, as the people in fact have come from Ayodhya, and a lot of people have come from Ayodhya to, to make these, and also we will be going on the other side also to talk with some of the sellers here. As you can see, as water bottle that this person is selling, and we can clearly see a phone pay scanner that he has kept on his moving vehicle, and he is selling the water bottle. Sir, क्या नाम है आपका?
छत्रवीर सिंह।
छत्रवीर जी, कैसा काम चल रहा है? पानी लोग इस समय
हाँ खरीद रहे हैं, खूब खरीद रहे हैं पानी।
लोग आ रहे हैं, खूब चल रहे हैं और खूब प्यास
लग रही है लोगों को। हाँ महाकुंभ चल रहा है तो पानी प्यास बुझा रहे हैं लोग, पानी यहाँ ले रहे हैं।
आपको कैसा लग रहा है माँ?
अच्छा लग रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है।
अच्छा, लोग हम बात कर रहे हैं कि लोग कैसे पेमेंट करना पसंद कर रहे हैं,
कैश वगैरह भी कर रहे हैं, फोन पे कर रहे हैं, कैश भी दे रहे हैं। फोन पे में आसानी हो रही है लोगों को कैश करने में। जी
आपको कैसा रहता है? आपको किस में आसानी हो रही है?
हमको तो फोन पे भी, हमारे लिए तो फोन पे दी बेस्ट है। फोन पे से हम भी ऑनलाइन कर देते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती ट्रांजेक्शन में हम लोगों को। नहीं तो लोगों के पास पैसा फुटकर नहीं होता तो फिर चेंज होती है फिर हम